feels like I'm meant to strike. Flat earth beneath my feet, knowing I'm here to meet. Ocean's edge, it calls my name. Purpose in this life's game. Horizons line so clear, God's love brings me near. Flat earth made by him, my journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day, guided by his gentle sway. Mountains tall, they stand in place, yet no curve in this earthly space. Every step holds a meaning pure. With his guidance I'm secure. Stars above, they brightly shine, crafted signs of God divine. I'm made for something true. In God's plan my path renews. Flat earth made by him, my journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day, guided by his gentle sway.
Yo, Flows, what's up? Good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. We are joined by Michael, Roger, PJ, and Ryan. How you doing?
Oh, good. Oh, good. I like the new opening. I like the opening with the words coming on the screen because now I know exactly what's being said. And before you just have to, I made up the bits I didn't know, but the bits I knew I sang along to. But now I know what it says.
I like the part about the stars being divine. That was beautiful.
Yeah, man. I love it. It's a good song.
Well, they are, as the Bible says, angels.
I played DJ New Moon's new one. It's nothing like his other one. It's more of a rocky one, but it's got the same kind of AI in that. It's all right. It's good. It's really good.
I like
Still
it.
got a good ring to it.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's good to see everybody here. Good to see everybody in YouTube lands. Please hit the likes, share the show. Appreciate you all. In case you missed, there was a video released today about Duffy. If you missed it, please do go and watch it and like it and share it everywhere because it has a very important message that I'm going to be banging on quite a lot, which I think is important. And then, yeah, you guys voted for the stream tonight. I gave you guys a choice between the Shill table or a cosmology debate between Peter Markley and King Nico. And well, a lot of people chose the Shill table.
Shill table.
Yeah, I think I'd have gone with table as well.
Yeah, I chose that.
I can't take that Markley character.
No, I don't like Markley at all.
The reason I would like to watch it is because I would like to see if he's actually progressed from the last time. If he's actually taken up what has been presented to him and actually said, okay, let me actually use scripture now.
He hasn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I was live when I was live. I noticed that he was on King Nico and he was on. I didn't know they were debating, and I saved it just in case you didn't know about it because I kind of thought you'd want to see it. I bet you're always on top of these things, I suppose.
But yeah, guys, about tonight's stream, the roundtable. There's not really much we can say about it, but just go through it and give like thoughts on specific things.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I got a message from someone, Dave, Can't Fix Stupid in Messenger, and he sent me a link. It's just like a minute video from Wolfie telling Nathan Thompson about debate me on this, and you can pick someone as well. So I think Dave sent it to me to see if you were interested. I've got the link.
I would because Wolfie's been running from debating me for how long?
I posted it in Element for.
Oh, have you already done it?
You ought to take up on this, and I don't know whether you realised what I was trying to say, Flats.
Oh, is that the same thing as what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so let Nathan Thompson. You want to? taking
Yeah,
up
so let
on it.
Nathan Thompson know. I'm up for it.
I'll give you the link so you know the video. I mean, I think
Yeah, just
Mike
leave
was-
a comment in it because there's Wolfie and another guy. So it basically said like, so you can get someone else, Nathan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's up, Uncle Sov?
What's happening, guys?
Oh, in the who's.
Gramps. You're supposed to go to Gramps, man. Gramps Sov,
Oh, yeah.
not Uncle Sov.
Hey, Gramps.
I
How's it going,
know.
Gramps?
You old bastard. He's an old bastard. I'm a lesbian. Flats is a bloody how many disgusting things were said by that dude? Or that dude, that dudette, or both, whatever it
That
was.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is your thoughts on this whole roundtable chat last night, guys?
It was really dry. I think.
Grandpa Sov.
For me, it was just like, right, so he's a shill, he's a shill, he's a shill. You know, I just know they're all shills.
That's a link in private for
That's-
just for the it's only a minute video from Wolfie saying
For me, Flats, it's some kind of you know, because all flat that's been going around, it's like some kind of way to get around it. I mean, people need. I mean, how many times do we have to be pilled by these people for people still to be following them? You know?
Yeah, but you see how I read this whole situation. I don't like what they did here because specifically, first of all, they kind of marginalized who they see as the prominent flat earthers.
Mhm.
So they sent links to them, and these prominent flat earthers, most of them, we all have red flags on. We don't. We literally see them as not really kosher.
Yeah.
And secondly, this whole thing looks very desperate. It seems almost controlled to me, like they're trying to make Flat Earth look desperate now.
Yeah.
Like TFE is getting under their skin, and now they all got to have a get together to see how are we going to combat this. That's the feeling I'm getting here. So it's literally doing harm to the community to make it look like the community is desperate and scurrying to try and make Flat Earth seem relevant. I don't know, because the arguments they're giving as well in here, it's like they're preaching Flat Earth to a Flat Earth community.
Yeah.
What is that?
You don't need to do that. You don't need to preach it.
It was like, sorry, Roger.
Sorry. Go, Mike.
Go on.
You go. You go.
It's like a damage control thing. Like they feel like the grip of being these influencers are slipping away from them, and I think it will like to try and strengthen that again. I mean, D Marble's did on it. You know what I mean? I ain't seen note from D Marble since I first got into Flat Earth. Like,
Yeah,
I was eager a right to be on that table.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying? I mean, even Sean, he spoke to me yesterday on email. He could have sent me email too, could he not? Sov, did you get an email for this roundtable?
No.
No.
Dang it.
Flats Jay Heighton's asking. He said, well, I don't know if it's he or she, Jay Heighton, but asking if they could get this song somehow, if we can get it. It's Flatzoid song, so you'd have to ask him.
Yeah, it's my song on my channel. I'll just quickly get the link for you.
And he'll even give you the copyright.
Called Flat Earth Purpose. I don't worry about copyright stuff.
Exactly.
Anybody can use my content as much as they want. I'm not petty to say, hey, you're using my stuff.
I need to be paid now.
Eh.
Bunch of turds.
I don't know what is with people that they feel the need to copyright something just because people use their stuff. It's like
Because
how
they're of the world and not in the world. That's why. That's the majority of the people going right now are just meat suits completely engulfed by the world. That's it.
And like when you use someone's stuff, you'll link their channel. Like surely, like you want people to see your stuff. It's word of mouth's one of the biggest ways. It's like it's crazy that they pull that on you.
Yeah, what can we do?
The whole this whole roundtable thing. Look, the bottom line is this: TFE shot itself in the foot. In fact, it didn't even just shoot itself in the foot; It blew its own damn leg off. And these guys are all bouncing around dodging the ricochet. That's all.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what seems to me like this is controlled, because it's like, you know, when a government holds a urgent press conference when there's a crisis.
Yeah, like a
This is
Cobra
how it
meeting.
Yeah, this is how it seems to me with this. Now, the whole picture they're painting for everybody now is, yeah, we're all scullering to try and figure out how to combat TFE. No, there's no crisis from TFE. TFE literally has been good for Flat Earth because it's been separating the shills out of the community. It's been showing the people who's true to it and not.
Yeah.
It's crazy because all they have to do is say, hang on, guys. Look, it's been faked. Look at all the deception. But what are these guys doing? Dave Weiss. Let me show my app. We all believe you fly this way. We believe the moon. Stuff that, man. What's that got to do with anything?
Yeah.
And like they all had that map.
Yeah, they're still pushing the Gleason's map as their model.
Mental.
Can I say something right quick? I think they're more believers than having whole knowledge of the subject. That's why they're panicking. They have like holes inside their own mind or in their own heart that they can't fill, and they need something else. And flat Earth isn't going to fill those holes, man. Knowing the Earth is flat and knowing God created it, that would be a better way to look at it instead of like, let's rely on our philosophy. We have to be right. That's where they're lacking. That's how I feel about it personally. That's why they're doing this. It's a personal thing. I think they're showing their own colors in the process.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but let's get to see what they say, and then we take it from there.
Welcome to Kingdom in Context. I'm Sean. I want to thank you for joining us here for our Flat Earth Roundtable 2025. We have a wonderful lineup of guests today. Real quick, before we get started, I want to say hello to all the mods that are already here in the live chat. As always, thanks for being here. Thank you for your diligence. As a reminder, people get out of hand. We just try to mute them for 24 hours. Don't ban them outright. Give them the chance to change their heart and come back tomorrow with a better attitude. But without further ado, guys, let us bring in my co-host today. This is Dave from Flat Earth. Dave, welcome, brother.
Am I muted?
You're
I'm
See what I'm
good.
saying? He literally opens with his app.
Yeah. And like I was saying last night, the app and on the background, in the background, mind you, is bigger than him on the screen. Pretty much all the same size, but it shows you what's important to him.
Wow, 7 Club is here. What's up, man? Good to see you. Love your work.
Wow.
Much blessings, and keep up the great work, brother.
Nice.
He was invited? I didn't know that. Oh, nice.
That's good to see, man. I think he does great work. Obviously, he's not on YouTube, though. He's on the TikTok.
Who's 7 Club?
We literally watched it. We watched the part of his thing with the JTTP the other night.
I remember now. I know who he is.
Yeah.
He has got a YouTube channel though. He's got like nearly 2,000 subs on YouTube.
But he's bigger on
TikTok. Yeah.
Justin says Chaos. He didn't give me a chance to change my heart. Yeah, that's. It would be great to have you on sometime, man.
I was just looking through all my emails, and no, I didn't receive an invitation to go to this.
Mm-hmm.
No,
but I mean, things
the
like
the club got the invitation.
Yes.
Let me see.
But I mean, things like, for instance, let's say John Hanvey, okay? All he did was create a model that he claims is biblical, but it's not biblical. And now all of a sudden he's seen as a prominent flat earther.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. So in other words, if I create an ice rink model and claim it to be true, therefore I'm going to be a prominent flat earther now. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense.
No.
Oh, you rock, man.
No problems. I'll put it in the chat as well.
Thanks, PJ.
Okay, but let's go on. Like I said, the arguments they give, I don't have a problem with. It's the way they're conducting it. It's the demeanor behind it, which is the message giving to the globers, which I have a problem with. It's like a summit meeting. Like I'm saying, it's a summit meeting of crisis, and now that's how they're going to read it. And I disagree with the way they did it.
Good. Hey, what's up, John? Thanks for hosting us. Appreciate it. This is going to be good getting all of us back together
Absolutely.
and talking about life.
Absolutely. Yeah. Welcome. And next, we also have our brother Rick Hummers here. Hello.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And by the way, if you need to say anything, just say stop and you can talk if you have any comments about a certain person. I don't know much about Rick Hummer so much, so I can't say anything about him. There are some people that I've heard of, but I don't watch their stuff, so I can't really give a comment on. That's why I've put the voting as, should we consider the majority on the roundtable as shills? 56% say yes, no 26%, and maybe 18%.
Good to be here. Thank you.
All right, Rick. Sounds good. Looks good. Well,
Yep,
welcome.
got everything. Take my headband off.
We also have Ian Leahy is joining us today. Welcome, brother.
Hey, hi. Thanks very much. Thanks for having me. Should be interesting. See how we get on here.
Yeah.
Putting the flat Earth back where it should be.
Awesome. And then we also have Matt Long. Welcome, brother.
Let
Hey,
me
Flat.
flip here. Welcome back to the
Yes.
Flat Earth
Oh.
Podcast.
He's saying we should put Flat Earth back where it should be. I don't think it left anywhere, personally.
That's my point. You see how I'm saying they're giving a message of there's something wrong. They're giving a message like there's some weird crisis going on and they're all gathering together to try sort it out. And to me, that's a big red flag.
Oh, yeah.
To me, that seems controlled.
But isn't this how they started out back in there as well with all these round tables? Like no forest on a flat earth sort of thing, all that business.
Mm-hmm.
People need to wake up. That's what I think.
Yeah. Because I
Who
can
are
guarantee
these
you now, after this, the whole anti-flat earth side is going to take it and say, oh, they all have a meeting now because of TFE. They're being desperate trying to figure out the crisis. Watch. There's going to be a whole thing on this.
I bet.
And now, when you say, but there is no crisis, they're going to bring this up every single time.
It's fuel for the fire.
Yeah, exactly.
Flip the other way. There you go, Matt.
There you go. And also we have Ken from Hanging on His Words. Welcome, brother.
Hey, brother. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Hailing in from Nova Scotia, Canada. Welcome. And Joe Hamby.
How's
Welcome,
it going,
brother.
fellas?
Good to see you. Now where other people are going to be piling in a little bit later, but we got a wonderful crew to start out right now.
Awesome.
There's been a lot of talk, not just in the FE community, but also in the mainstream media about FE once again. We've come back in the news cycle. It is seems to be all the rage, some by manufactured press release, some by organic discussion. So we wanted to kind of talk about some of the concepts that brought this to the forefront of not just national discussion, but also right before.
I rest my case.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I rest my case. There you see, it's exactly that. Opening up with, guys, we need to talk about this. Something's happening.
Yeah. There's a psyop going on. That's all.
Yep.
If you want to go ahead and get mired down into it, the bottom line is these guys went down, claimed they went to Antarctica, pulled some shenanigans, lied their asses off, came back, and you all are freaking out about their lie. Okay? And so to substantiate their lie and make it seem more credible, you had a few of your overinflated club members go ahead and recant so that it could look like there was a big freaking drama or something. They're just running a big reality show. I ain't never heard of nobody on this damn panel right here except for Flat Earth Dave, Rick Hummer, and Jonathan down there. That's it. I don't know who these three folks in the middle are. I don't even really know who Sean is.
Ken is usually on with Sean. They usually do a lot of like biblical discussion, debate stuff together. So he knows him as a friend. The bottom is John Hanvey. He's that one that created that biblical model that's not based on the Bible. Ian Leahy, I've heard of him, but I haven't watched his stuff. I have no idea.
Yeah, Ian does like flat Earth meetup in UK every week.
Yeah.
And there's Nathan Thompson or whatever right here.
He comes later, yeah. But Matt Long, he's also someone I haven't really, paid attention to. But he seems, from the stuff I've seen, that he wants to be the man. He's got that demeanor on like, I'm the guy, you listen to me kind of guy. And I know nothing about Rick Hummer really, so I can't say anything about him.
Well, here's something else too. These people say, "Oh, well, why does the sun do this when it should do this according to this model?" Blah blah blah. It's like, because you are not where you think you are according to your flawed map. That's why.
Yeah.
You're being told you're in a position. You believe you're in this position, but you are in a different position than what your stupid freaking map shows, because somebody cut a slice out of the pizza and sewed it back together.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think this is the whole reason why they're attacking everybody on the South Pole idiocy. They're tying it into attacking a map, and they know we don't ascribe to the Gleason's map as a model, so they're trying their hardest to place it onto us.
Yeah, all they have is reversal of the burden of proof. This guy on Facebook, sunsets prove a flat Earth or prove a globe. I go, okay, well, how do they prove a globe? Well, give me the parameters of how you want me to prove it. I said, you just made a claim. You said that a sunset proves a globe. How does it prove a globe? Then they say, well, how come an object doesn't change? No. You proving your claim does not require you to ask me one question. Not one. You made the claim, sunsets prove a globe Earth. Okay, how do they prove a globe Earth?
Well, they're trying to do something trick you into making a flat Earth claim. That's what he's trying to do.
No, I'm like, you just made the claim of that. You tell me how. And they never can. They start asking you a bunch of damn questions. I'm like, hey, I'm not here to answer questions. I didn't say one thing one way or the other. You said that it proves it claims a globe. Prove that it show. How does it prove a globe? And they can't tell you.
Yep, exactly. Thank you, Royd, for your $2, which says this panel is to make the FE community look crazy. I 100% agree. I concur with that.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Janusz.
Hey, Janusz. Good to see you, man. How's it going? I don't need to ask. This guy's
You have learned.
Okay, but yeah, you guys get our message so far.
For Congress in 2018, when YouTube had to figure out a way to suppress this information, willfully, openly stating that to Congress that they had to figure out a way to stop this. At one point, this topic was trending in the search algorithms as much as Donald Trump, which is absolutely amazing. And it seems to be doing that once again with all the latest experimentation and discussion. So we are excited. And we have another guest jumping in real quick, Mr. D. Marble. Welcome, brother.
Hey, I'm Steve. Good to see you, brother.
I found that really weird seeing D Marble in there after
quite
a long time.
It's like we've covered this so many times, but it literally opens with experiments. Like there were no experiments done.
Nope. I don't want to.
I know it's tedious to keep bringing that up, but clearly it needs to keep being said because these people keep saying it.
But that's the problem, though, that we've been bringing this up all the time. No matter how much times we explain to them and how much times we have to educate them on this, they still just go to default. Science this, science that. Not understanding what they're saying isn't even science. They're literally being globers. They're literally pushing pseudoscience as science. And that is false information. They're sending misinformation. So they might as well just be a glober.
Yeah. In the mainstream, they don't push real science. They push the pseudoscience too. So they're right on the same page,
One mindless table of babblers.
There's different people,
Where is this table?
There's a different people who can go with the flow or go against it. So we understand the meaning of the words. They don't. and because it fits their narrative, they stick with it like a glue. It's very simple. They have been programmed, So, like you said, they always go to their default when introduced to facts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have you edited that layout yourself, Flat?
Yeah.
I thought so. I've done a few of them myself just for them to fit in around certain things that I'm showing. It's pretty cool.
Hey, good to see you. Thanks for the invite, guys.
Yeah. So I think what today we want to do is just get together and kind of lay out maybe address some of the things that have come up recently that people think are antagonistic or refuting of the entire concept of the flat Earth, or a huge portion of Christians call it biblical cosmology. And then also maybe just remind people of some of the foundational concepts and experiments that have been done that's led so many people to believe we are on a flat, stationary, immovable plane.
Because it's still wrong premise on which he is starting his talk. It's not on us. We have to prove that the Earth is flat. We just say Earth is not a globe. So the burden of proof is on them. They claim it's a globe. Okay, provide your evidence.
Just Peter, I think I might have to do a video on Joe Henry's model and explain exactly why it's not biblical. Because there's some things in there that is not biblical. Yes, he's got biblical foundations based on his model, but not everything he's pushing there is biblical. He's kind of done a God of the gaps model there. He's seen, okay, this doesn't fit, so let's make something to make it fit there.
It's kind of like evolution. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it seems to me that model, that it's not a model anyway, but it's could possibly bring ether into it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it has a lot of possibilities to kind of link flat Earth society still to it. And it's sad because it's still very heavily influenced by the Witsit group, I would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Nothing about what's in them are really biblical.
To be honest, I have to look deeper into the ether because I still didn't make up fully my mind about it. Because ether was introduced to the periodic table by the Dmitry Mendeleev, who created the periodic table, and it was removed from the periodic table in it was 1905 or 1908, something like that.
I think it was 1909.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So it was before there. So we really need to look deeper into it, what it is, what it's all about.
That's a strange date because that's when they put Einstein in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever were removed from periodic table, I don't think that's the same ether these lot claim, though.
I don't think you can put your finger on what it is. Just exactly.
Oh my word!
There's been about 40 different definitions of what it is that they claim. So,
yeah.
Who knows?
Okay.
And it's not a ball in space as we were taught as children. We also have Nathan Thompson joining the stage. Welcome, brother. Nathan, he's there?
Yeah, restream ads.
There's loads of restream ads, man. Loads.
Well, I have to show this the app that I use. So
yeah.
Is he there?
Frozen. I see him. I see something.
Nathan, are you there? Okay, Nathan, just I guess chime in whenever you get better signal. Dave, would you like to? What are some of your initial thoughts, brother?
So my initial thoughts are, this entire TFE was the final experiment. If the sun does this, then that. If the sun doesn't do this, then that. That's classic neurolinguistic programming where you're storing the information. The base is, this is the final experiment. And now we're going to argue about the results.
No, Dave. No. All you have to say is, we know it's not an experiment. We know they faked it. So why are they so, how can I say it, steadfast to try and keep pushing victory on everything after they know no one's fallen for it? That's it. But the thing we get now is, guys, we know it's fake. We know it's not true. We know it's not experiment. But let me explain to you why my app is better to show you it's flat.
Yeah.
That's funny. I think he's playing both sides. He's it could be fake. It couldn't be fake.
Dave is only about the money.
Yeah,
Have some
it
experience
goes
with him.
whichever way wind's
So
blowing.
he really show his real true colors. It's about the money. So FCK him.
Why don't they just call them out on it? Why don't they just like present your evidence? We'll look through it, like we're doing. That would make sense to me.
Yeah, it was like the video I brought out today. It's the same thing with Duffy. He's making a declaration on something, and then you must just accept his declaration. We don't need to accept what he says just because he says it. That's what he said with TFE. It's the final experiment, and now he has more final experiments. So then it's not final then. Not an experiment.
The same as a destruction of flat Earth. So he destroyed it, but now he's further going to destroy it, yeah? If he doesn't listen more. Seriously.
But I'm happy it's turning out the way it does, because it is showing that he has an outright hatred towards flat Earth. When he started talking about this TFE thing a year ago, he was saying he's unbiased towards flat Earth or against globe. He says he has no bag in the situation. He's just trying to get to the truth, correct?
Yep. What happens?
And then literally a month later than that, we just saw him saying how bad flat Earth is the whole time. And now it's got so bad that he's literally trying to convert people to globe. He's begging people. He's going on streams saying, I'm just here to help you guys. I want you guys to see the truth. Please join my cult. That's how bad it's getting.
When he first started going on channels, I think that's how he wormed his way in. He's like, I'm just here for the truth, guys. And he got on Campbell's channel. He got on like 10 other channels, and it started pushing.
There is no truth in this guy.
Yeah. He's a salesman. He's selling his product.
What happens when the lie is being exposed by truth? They're going deeper and deeper and deeper into the lie. They have to. Because they have no moral standards. They have no backbone.
I said it earlier. Let them talk more. They'll dig themselves deeper into the hole, man.
I just go along this whole premise right here, man. If it's real, you don't have to fake it. Yep. Okay? And long before these clowns ever went to Antarctica, if indeed they did, the videos were faked. The ones I'd seen, I hadn't seen anything credible. We've seen loops and all kinds of other things. So that tells me right away that if you have to fake it, just like NASA, it's not real. So why give it any more attention? Nobody cares that a bunch of YouTube doofuses went down to some snowy hole and lied their asses off. No one cares. And if you want to follow them down that little hole, go right ahead. If your whole game is just to rely on people's perception deception that they're just going to glom onto you because you're some kind of self-important YouTube famous, well, go for it, man. Nobody cares. Have fun going down the toilet.
Yeah, agreed.
Alipio Barreto, if Flatzoid was a good friend years ago, he should have warned you all about the sunset here in the south, as he can also see the sun south of the Tropic of Capricorn.
What did I just say about the damn sunsets?
You know,
what did I just say about that? You're only going by where you think that you are. You are not where you think you are according to the map. You know why? Because there are no accurate maps. Maps are tightly controlled by a royal college in Great Britain. There is nothing you can do about it. No one, I repeat again, no one has an accurate map of the earth. Somebody took out a slice of the pie and sewed the seams back together. That's what they've done, okay? This people with the sunset. It has nothing to do with the condition of the earth. I'm so sick of these people.
Yep, exactly.
They're still saying it, huh? Yeah. We've been over this years ago.
Okay, but yeah, it's very simple. I even made a video. I think it was like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago, where I was looking at it was the equinox, and I was in my backyard and I put 3 sticks in the ground and stuff and measured the shadows and the way the sunrise came and set and stuff. It was off about 3 to 4 degrees. This December, when I was in Durban, it was off another 4 degrees. So what more can I say than just what we've been told is a lie? But does that prove we live on a triangle Earth? No. Does it prove we live on a donkey Earth? No. What the sun does doesn't matter.
No.
It's what we observe. What do we observe? The ground has never been measured to have curve.
Right.
We do not observe ever the ground moving. We never have demonstration of gas pressure ever existing without containment.
No.
None of those things work on a globe at all, because the globe violates observation and it violates natural law.
Right from the inception, the claim of Helios or Sol and what they claim it to be is physically impossible to begin with. So as far as a working model, no, you don't. You have a monstrosity is all. You have some kind of a monstrosity built from the imagination that was pulled out of Uranus.
Yeah, that's what had meaning, Uranus. That's just laughing in our faces. And the old god as well. So you have to learn meanings of the words, and they double speak. Then people would really understand what's going on in the world. But we are too deep indoctrinated to get into it.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the conception like Grandpa Sov told us about. It violates the first law of thermodynamics. They literally assume everything just came from nothing and then just got energy from nothing and just expanded into everything.
Yes, so that's the main reason atheists claim what they claim. You can believe in everything what they say, but they need one miracle. That nothing created everything. If you just let them have this one miracle, all is in perfect shape,
Yeah, but try and observe their claims. Oh no, we don't have enough time. Or no, we can't. We're in the different reference frame. Or no, everything is not observable. It's have faith, bro. Just trust me.
It's not an experiment. We know all of that. And
okay, said it nice.
Sure, if the sun set, that would be interesting, and if the sun circles, that's also very interesting.
What's interesting about it?
I know that's just such a. I mean, I say interesting a lot, but that's a vague statement. It's interesting if it's this, and it's interesting if it's that. I mean, come on, what does that mean?
Look, ask yourself a question. If you invest so much money, so much time, would you allow to see someone, the public, that the sun sets? Ask yourself. Would you do it? Would you allow to spill it? You wouldn't, of course.
Nope.
That's possible, Cindy Owen. Cindy Owen says, I think all these girls were planted a decade ago. Now they're all dismantling all the work, and followers will follow. Those of us who can see will not follow the charade. It's possible, absolutely possible, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why I say it was really odd with the timing of TFE. And it was very specific because when Will Duffy just popped out of nowhere, he made it very specific. It had to be 2024 December.
Yeah.
It had to be. Not a year later, not a year earlier, whatever. It had to be 2024. Why? Why specifically 2024? And now all of the flip-flops happening.
Well, you remember back when the Banjo, they confronted the guy that had the same idea in 2023, and they wanted him to go then, but he insisted on going in 2024. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, there's something significant about what's happening right now. This is all pre-planned, but they put a stop to that down in Brazil. They didn't tolerate it for a minute, but we're tolerating it here.
Mm-hmm.
So to say that the sun's circling means that we live on a globe, it comes with all of the other globe baggage. It comes with it all. People upside down, spinning, whirling, twirling. The sun is.
I thought sun was stationary in globe Earth
Me too.
paradigm.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when you said now the sun's circling on the globe.
See,
The sun doesn't circle anything.
The problem with these people, they want to talk about globe too much.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Let's figure out what happens here, not anywhere else.
The gas ball in a space vacuum with gravity that holds on to Pluto but ignores our moon. I could go on. I could take, excuse me. I could take another hour just talking about all the baggage that comes with it.
And you see, this is again why I don't like what Flat Earth Day says, because now the globus can say he doesn't know our model because he's literally talking bullshit. He's trying to make it sound like he's saying something, but in the meantime, they say, but that's not how our belief system works. So the guy that's so prominent doesn't even know our own model.
Yeah. There's no point in talking about what Pluto should or shouldn't be doing when that's in their model. What's the point in talking about that's what they try and do with flat Earth? This is what you should see on a flat Earth. Now he's saying the same as about heliocentric. What's the point in that?
What should be done is just like what we're doing with Duffy. We have our receipts. You claimed you have measurements for Earth curve. You claimed that you are able to observe Earth rotation. And you claimed you do have a demonstration for gas burst out containment. We are waiting. It's a month later. Still nothing. He even came on my show and he still didn't present it.
No, I didn't see anything. He didn't bring anything to show any curvature for sure. And maybe he'll do the same thing that the Donnie Faulkner did. Got Blue Marble Science to go get 3 containers and show gas pressure without containment.
And all of a sudden, none of that matters. So that's my biggest issue, to start with. And yes, many of us said, if the sun circles, that means the Earth is a globe. Well, we were wrong. I mean, that was a statement before I made that statement in 2015, 16, where I thought the sun was a physical, excuse me, there we go. The sun was a physical object in the sky, and I no longer believe that. So my final point is, and I'll throw it back, is on a flat Earth, we could have our sun as a projected point of energy, a reflection.
And now he's trying to make excuses.
Oh yeah.
Just say we don't know what the sun is and move on. That's it. You don't need to go in now. It could be this. It could be that. It could be, because now he's making claims after he says he doesn't really want to make claims.
Now, can I say something? The average person is going to watch this and they're like, these people think the sun's not physically in the sky? That's the first question that's going to come to the normal person's mind, right? Outside of the arena. Yeah. They're going to automatically go, the red flag's going to go up, boom, these people are just crazy to begin with. And somebody said it in chat earlier, that that's what this table's put together for, is to make flat earthers look crazy. And they're doing a job of it.
Yeah. But I mean, you would think after all these years, they would progress in their arguments. They don't really progress in anything.
No.
They don't benefit from killing arguments, do they? It's almost like they want to keep people in a belief of flat Earth and not a knowing of flat Earth, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, Anish, if I spoke of you, mate.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of ideas of what the sun could be, and they're all theories. But in the globe model, you have a physics-defying gas
They're not
ball in a
theories,
space
are they?
vacuum that has gravity.
Scientific theories.
They're just speculation. Like
Yeah.
if I look at something and think, oh, it's made out of, I don't know, orange tin foil. That's just me speculating. It's not a theory.
Yeah, it's not a scientific theory. It hasn't been tested to be a theory.
Well, how would you go about testing that as a theory?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's out of the purview of science. Is really
It is. It is. None of that. If you cannot test it, if you can't do anything other than just look at it,
Yeah.
you know, that's not even in the realm of science.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you can't even observe something, then how are you even going to start with the scientific method?
Selective gravity. And I asked a group of people, can you make up a theory for a flat Earth sun that is crazier than the heliocentric one? And so far, no one's been able to do it. So,
Run Boston Bear as well in there. It's sad because he used to come on here a lot.
Yeah.
And then when I started saying TFE was fake, he started, I don't know, just being weird towards us.
He showed some dishonesty for me when he turned up on QEs when they were covering Austin and they were showing Austin lying, and he come up to defend Austin and they were like, well, explain what he's saying here, and he wouldn't answer it. Like, you know, kept trying to skim past it.
Which is sad because I always liked Run Boston Bear.
Neil says all the jerk-offs together.
Thing is, though, we have to be past liking these. You know what I mean? It's like that's what's going to get you in a world of pain, liking them. You know what I mean? They're just faces on the screen.
Because at the end of the
We're
day,
just
it
faces on
becomes
the
emotional.
screen.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it becomes emotional, and I've seen a lot of people because of their emotional attachment to people they like.
Yep.
They ignore truth.
Yep.
Which is sad, and I think that's the hole that Joe from Effed Up World fell into, because he likes Jaren and likes some of these people, so therefore he'll rather ignore truth and run with it. He likes with it. You understand?
Wow.
I mean, he did. It started. I mean, I liked Joe. I mean, but even before that, he started to agree with Dell a bit on the push and pull thing. Do you remember that? He started to agree with Dell on the push and pull, that there's no such thing as pull. There's only push. He was saying, look, what Dell's saying is actually right, and it wasn't right. It might be with a push and a pull, you might have the same outcome, but it's still a different thing. It's still a different thing. It's a different process. It's a different thing you're doing. And when you're pushing and pulling things physically, you're using different muscles in general.
Contraction and expansion.
Exactly.
They're not the same thing.
Exactly.
You see this here with Nathan Thompson put this out 20 minutes ago on Facebook. It says, anti-flat earthers need us. We don't need them. They're like speed bumps. I already rolled over real slow, squished their balls, and now they're way back in the rearview mirror clutching their loins. Thanks for playing. To any other anti-flat earthers out there, following me around like a lapdog, watching every move I make, every step I take, and screen recording every word I utter, I have a debate fee. If your mommy didn't give you enough lunch money to debate me, or you spent it all on NASA cartoons and rocket ship Legos, please stop asking me to debate you. Go sell crazy somewhere else. We ain't buying. So this was Jaren talking to Nathan and said, there was a challenge on my show yesterday, you and a partner versus Wolfie 620 and Robert Greenlee, both pilots. Can a structured debate or just moderated conversation? He says, sure, my debate fee is $200. If people are too broke to afford my fee, please stop asking me to debate frothing anti-flat earthers that have been harassing me for almost a decade. You're wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have to let you know, I've debated Robert Greenlee. The guy's as stupid as Wolfie. And Wolfie, till this day, hasn't debated me. Why, guys?
Yeah, sorry.
And Wolfie hasn't debated me till this day. Why? Because he keeps running.
Yeah, he does.
Well, FTFE's been after my ass all week trying to get me to come and debate him. And I was like, debate you on what? And he said, gravity. I said, we already debated that.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
know?
done. There's nothing
And,
to
It's
say.
like Groundhog Day
I
with
said,
him.
have you come up with any new stuff or anything? He says, and I says, and I'm not really interested on going on your channel. I says, you can come on my channel. He says, well, we can go on modern day debate. And I said, you've got to be kidding. I said, modern day debate has gone down the toilet. I said, the moderators are shit. And he says, well, it would be what's his nuts instead of Ryan. I says, I don't care. They both suck. I said, look, here's how it is, Craig. I says, you can just come on my show anytime you want. Okay, just go ahead and come on there. Click the link. It's an open panel. Just come on the show. I said, but I'm really not interested in feeding you guys. See, that's the whole thing.
The problem with MDD, guys,
That's it.
I've also come to the conclusion after the few weeks ago when they made that post that they are no longer going to really be doing flat earth stuff and they want more atheists, moderators and stuff. I've already seen their bias. It's no, it's okay. Thanks.
Writings on the wall, isn't it?
Writings on the wall.
Why is I didn't watch that debate that Nathan Thompson had. Did he bring pitch data up?
Oh, he did.
I haven't. We were started
Because
reviewing it.
I'm just wondering why Wolf is wanting to debate him over flight. Like, you know, why don't he debate you and Brian's logic or something? You know what I mean? People know.
That makes more sense.
Or Angel.
Yeah, or Angel. Yeah.
Good. I want to say that earlier you were talking about they're following these people. It's a cult of personality, as Sal likes to point out. This is all this is, and it's going to bring all the people that they have reached into their flock. They want that. They want this. They want to be seen. That's why they're all out here. Even D Marble. That's why he came back.
But look, it's true what Nathan Thompson also said. They need us. I mean, look at FTFE, for instance. Have you seen all he's really debating MDD now these days is now religious stuff, which he used to claim he never debates religious stuff. And it's very clearly why when I saw him debate Andrew Wilson. The guy's never picked up a Bible in his life.
Well, more people are realizing this. I think more people are realizing this, and it's like the titty's drying up. You see, they got to keep it going somehow. Because I'm sitting here going, why in the hell would you be so damn worried about debating me? You know, I mean, what's up with that? Aren't there? Don't you do this all the time, anyways? I told him, I was like, if you come up with something new that's going to once and for all prove gravity. But he said, I think I have something compelling that you won't be able to refute. I said, I doubt it, or I would have heard some kind of a news article or something that said, Craig McNeil proves gravity or something like that. And I haven't yet to see that. So, you know, if you want to come on my show, click the link and come on and we can discuss it. I'm not interested in going on your biased modern day debate or coming on your channel with a bunch of lunatics in the freaking chat. No, I'm just not doing it, bro.
Guys, I just got an excuse for why people are, because remember, Duffy's not giving any answers to why he claimed Starlink updated on the 14th, but there's no update logs for Starlink on that date. Just got an excuse. OMG, your device is switched off during the time update comes up, and later on when your device is powered on. It connects to the internet and will update itself. So on the 12th and 13th, if the Starlink was off and the 14th switched back on again, then it will pick up the update and install itself. This is so simple. Let me make something very clear to you. They were busy streaming, so it was on, you doofus.
And if you would switch it on, it would start uploading, running the update straight away. So you have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it took 11 hours to update.
And also how devices work. It asks you, scheduled update. Do you want to accept or reschedule?
Yeah.
Unless it's mandatory, because you have as well mandatory updates. So we tell you, give you like a, let's say half an hour tops, then like 15 minutes or whatever. And you have to do it. If not, you can switch off your computer or whatever device, but later when switch it on, it will kick in straight away. So if you wait just 30 minutes, if you kick in anyway the updates.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's quite insane to think why Duffy's not even answering this whole thing. Why is it answering that question? Why does it show no logs for updates? He's just not. He's literally just running away from it. Now he's waiting for people to make excuses for him, and those people don't even have actual excuses.
Guys, let's make a deal. Next time when he comes to the show, we start with this first question about the updates. Before
yeah, I
asking
would.
anything. Yeah.
So shout out to Steve for pointing out the updates. Okay, let's go. I see P-Brain released the video. About 28 minutes ago. Flatzoid live. TFE will Duffy's flat Earth killer. Interesting. Let's carry on with the video.
The thing is, whatever he says, even if during the night the night is a day, and he will say it's a night, they will say, yeah, he's right. Because whatever he says, it must be true. Cult of personality, like someone mentioned before. If they don't have God, they find someone to make him God.
Oh, it's about the South Pole thing. Ooh, awesome. Nice. I can definitely watch that with P-Brain. Because these people are so dumb, they don't understand how their argument for looking for the North Pole on a Gleason's map is just stupid.
What were even more stupid? What they were asking you to point out where North Pole is on a globe projection.
That's it. And I mean, again, he was trying to say, well, people go in different directions. How will you end up at the same point? Whoever claimed you would end up at the same point?
You wouldn't. And the fact of the matter is that a projection map is built off of, not a projection, but an azimuthal is built off a point, a single point. You go from that point out. You'll never end up in the same point, but you have that map, you can get back to that point. That's why maps are made.
Mm-hmm.
So Boston.
Who's next? You guys can just jump in at will. Whoever's got something to comment, say.
Oh, I just wanted to go back, if you don't mind, when you were saying at the beginning, Sean, about the numbers and the metrics, whether it's related to the TFE or not, but I think you might all remember that in June of 2023, there were metrics from TikTok with a search criteria of, I think it was 4.5 billion for the search term flat Earth. Now, you have to understand that I think if the TFE was the con that we think it probably was, then they're trying incredibly hard. And I spoke with Mark the other night, and we said, you know, for 10 years as such, this last awakening of flat Earth is in the last decade. It's been unabated. It's just been completely rampant, and now metrics are showing up like they used to. What they used to be able to do is censor us, like they did with flat Earth on YouTube.
Yeah, I agree with him on that, though. TFE has really helped flat Earth channels grow quite a lot. It has, and it's kind of killing the flip-floppers. I mean, I had Jaren commenting on my latest video today, just saying I have the funniest channel on the internet. That's his comment. It's like, okay, thank you.
Nice. God.
I mean,
At least you are the best in something.
Yep.
He's not good in anything.
But I mean,
he's been going off on Instagram, talking shit about everybody. You know, and that's like somebody sent me the whole transcript in email, and it's just like, what the hell? Just move on. You know, this is your relevance? Is that now your relevance? Is not Jaren the flat earther, now it's Jaren the ex-flat earther who talks shit about everybody else now? Is that all you got? That's it?
But Jaren is now so irrelevant that nobody even takes anything he takes seriously. It's like he says something. It's like, oh look, Jaron will comment. Okay, shame, poor guy. That's it. Don't
Well,
even need to respond.
I guarantee you one thing. He wouldn't talk in front of Grandpa Sav without the way he did in that without a keyboard between me and him, because I guarantee you I'd mash his goddamn eyes shut. That'd be for real. I don't put up with that kind of thing. He acts like that because he's behind the safety of his keyboard and his computer screen. But in reality, I guarantee you that little sawed-off wop ain't going to talk to nobody that way.
I'm 5 away from 5K. I was 1 away at a stage today, and then I was 2, and then back to 1, and then I was 4, and then back to 2, and now I'm 5 away again.
It's YouTube. It's got to be YouTube.
The whole day. It was like, okay. So probably tomorrow night we can have a 5K special.
No. I'll say a prayer for your
But I literally see how people subscribe and I lose subscribers while they subscribe.
That's what I'm saying. Me too. I mean, it's not. I don't lose like 5 at a time. I lose 1, 2, maybe 3. Then they go up 2, down 3, up 1, up 2, down 4, and down 3. Sorry, it's crazy. It's back and
But
forth.
subscribers don't bother me though, guys.
No.
As long as I just get the content out there for you guys. I mean, we've got 160 people watching right now. To me, that's great.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So I don't mind even if I have 1 subscriber, as long as someone's watching the content. That's it.
I'll tell you this, Flats. I'll get you 5 more subscribers today. Watch.
That's my approach
Just
as
for the hell
well.
of it.
Exactly the same. People were saying, "Oh, you care about the subscribers, whatever." One guy said, "Oh, this guy was debunked like years ago. He lost 90% of his followers." I was like, "What, man?" That time I had like a 10,000 or something. Man, it would just if you would just multiply that but nine. I never had this kind of audience, and nearly no one does on the Odyssey. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, let's just put it this way. I would rather have 100 subscribers and know I get 2,000 views to 100 subscribers that actually take what the content is and see what it is for is, than have 20,000 subscribers, only make 1,000 views.
Yes.
And it's people that are just not really watching it anyway.
Yeah, you have
You know what I mean?
as me. I would be still doing the same what I'm doing now, even if I would have just 1 subscriber. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
About to hit 100 on my Rumble as well. I'm on 98 on my Rumble
Nice.
channel.
Nice. Yeah, you're pushing hard on Rumble these days, so that's good, man.
Flats, you should start reviewing video games and gamers. You get more subscribers.
Yeah, Tara just wrote, Jaran just needed more money. Yeah, but he just killed the golden goose because he flipped to globe Earth.
Yeah.
And like you said, with the congressional hearings and all of those things. But TikTok's a different sort of platform. And once those metrics have been released, that's numbers that they can't really contain. So I'm wondering if anything, and part of the TFE thing is this outward, overtly sort of censorship, because they've never done it before. They've never done something this overt, and it's going to be hard to contain all these numbers.
Just one more thing is, this is all about hiding the globe lie. The moon landing was about hiding the globe lie, and it says the.
See what I'm saying?
That doesn't even
What?
make
The moon landing was about
What does that
hiding
got
the
to do with
globe
what you
line.
just said?
It don't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. The moon landing was about hiding the globe lie.
No,
What?
it was about reifying the globe lie. It
Yes,
wasn't.
exactly.
Does this guy think before he opens his trap?
Wow.
No, but I mean, he just talks to talk. That's it.
Some people like
He wants to be
their own
relevant.
voice.
It's like he just wants to be relevant.
The most important thing they have is hiding the globe lie, because when you see through the globe lie, you disconnect from their heliocentric mind matrix, and they are doing they're holding nothing back, trying to stop it. So that's how I see it.
They don't want you finding God, right? They spend money and time and everything they can possibly do to invert it. So they don't want you finding that.
Yeah, and I think Ian, to jump on top of that, like nothing has really changed for me because scripture hasn't changed, which is what my flat earth journey was like very much based upon. And so it even like really kept me from even following the TFE stuff very much, because I just wasn't that interested in it, because I knew that what was written down wasn't going to change. Now I'm fully following it because it's like the most exciting, dramatic thing that I've seen in a while. It's actually been fun to watch. So, but yeah, I think the Bible is still a flat Earth book, and it will always be a flat Earth book, and that's what I
I have a
ground my
question
truth
to
in.
everyone.
So
Did ever Flat Earth Dave said anything about the Bible, New Testament, and flat Earth in it? Because I never seen anything, to be honest.
No,
Maybe
never really
there's some link.
about it.
No, he doesn't.
He just keeps saying they're trying to take God away, or TFE is demon based, but he doesn't really ever talk scripture.
That's right.
No, he doesn't.
What Matt Long just said, I have some things wrong with what he just said. I agree with what he said though, but what I don't agree with, he's saying, okay, he's basing it all on scripture.
Who is it?
Matt Long. He's
Never seen him before in my life.
You gotta say, I don't really watch his content, but what I've seen from him before, he seemed very, almost to me, like he needs to be right, kind of thing. And that's why I don't really watch his stuff. But he is a Christian based flat earther. But the problem with what he's saying is, because Bible, therefore flat earth. That's a dangerous thing to go through, because a lot of the globers also have an issue with that. They say, okay, so in other words, it's just a cult. Because the Bible says it's flat, therefore you believe it's flat.
Yeah.
Now, if I prove to you, so if I prove to you against the Bible, then you have to let go of God.
Yeah,
That's exactly.
I've seen a lot making comments like, well, then flat earth is just a religion.
Yeah. So I don't like the game Matt's playing though, because he's on dangerous territory where they can say, okay, so you are just in a cult. Exactly. So either you don't want to trust reality because you believe in a cult rather than anything. And this is now also what's happened with Robbie Davidson. He has to now give up his faith, because to him it was the same argument, remember? The Bible can't be falsified. The Bible says this, so therefore it's truth. Now TFE happened, I said, sorry guys, I was wrong, so therefore the earth's not flat. So now he has to give up his Christendom too.
Well, see, what's so dumb about this is that these people are all hanging their hats on this final experiment. And it's like, wait a second. You're acting like this is the first time anybody's ever been to Antarctica. We've had people down there. There's people that run the base. There's no credible time-lapse photographs. There's no credible 24-hour sun footage. Nothing. But all of a sudden, because a couple of ass hats off of YouTube went down there, now all of a sudden it's a fact. Even though it's been pointed out and demonstrated over and over in several different ways that it was fake as a paper moon.
In a matter of Bible, even Bible itself sends warning, because it states do not add or remove anything. So it implies that people will be adding and removing in the future. So it says clearly it can be falsified, like we see different versions of Bibles, which they have nothing to do with the real scripture, with the real God's word, because that's falsified. So any book, any written word can be falsified.
All of this is nothing more than, even on this end of the spectrum, is to validate the observation made in Antarctica. Oh, well, those guys saw a 24-hour sun, so now we have to figure out why. No, they didn't see a 24-hour sun. They faked it. They are lying. So just leave it at that.
They
It's
have
over.
No stop. They don't. No standards. You got to, and even with biblical stuff, they don't take the standards of the scriptures neither. So
no, I mean, this whole thing is like, it's all just more validation of the observation that was a lie to begin with. They're not calling that out. Nobody's saying those holes lied.
And we have to go to the basics again. Probably some people didn't hear it, but they have promised it will be live 24-hour stream. They didn't deliver.
There's nothing.
That's a big tell.
And you know what's sad
if you're going to defend it, you are in the wrong, because they didn't promise what they didn't deliver what they promised. It's very simple.
But Janusz, they're saying now they never said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a
Yeah.
comment in your comments, Flats, asking that very question.
Mm-hmm.
Madness. It's madness when that was the whole bloody premise of the thing.
That was the whole idea to do it. We were still saying, yeah, great, because we're saying that on stream because they were claiming that's what they want to do. We're like, okay, this would be great to see it. And what did we say? No, they'll never do it. And what happened? They never did it.
No. One bodged attempt at it, which was probably just a ploy.
Yeah, it was probably the time they saw, oh shit, guys, we're wrong. It's going down.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, they had to quickly cut the Starlink. What excuse can we use? Oh, updates.
Yeah.
Without checking if they even have updates on the log.
I think they expected a bit of backlash, of after uploading the video from supposed 24-hour stream. Didn't happen. And they just didn't think that so many people will be looking into this. And they'll be dismantling their lives from so many angles. Everything was destroyed. It's purely destroyed. If you really look into it, if you believe in that they provided 24-hour stream and it was live, keep lying to yourself.
So my world has not really been shaken. It definitely hasn't been moved. That's for sure.
We live in this incredible system. I say it's a soul system, a system made for souls, and our minds are infinitely expansive. But when you add the globe to that, it literally cuts you off from your connection because it is a satanic model of limit.
Because Dave shouldn't be speaking about the system, because he was threatening me with the system itself to sue me because I uploaded the video he was part of from the Hiba production. So supposedly he's fighting the system, but he was going to use the same system which he supposedly is fighting against me. Right. That's it really true there?
And disconnection from the creator. And when we start looking at all of the measurements and everything, there's too many. There's a preponderance of evidence that we're on a level, non-rotating, stationary.
Okay.
Plane.
If you look at the argument from the globe side too, their argument is always, and always has been, look at the sky.
Nope.
Who was talking then?
Joe Henry.
Oh, I was looking. I just couldn't see anybody's mouth moving. I'm like, who's talking?
I don't agree with that. Why have we been fighting for, how many years have we been fighting that they tell us bottom-up obstruction of ships on the...
Yeah, read the comment from the La Victorie. That's exactly what I heard when he had the interview with Jesse Hall, and he said something like, it's Earth is curved, but in the short distance it's always level, so you can't really observe it. It's like what?
Wow.
So it's flat, but it's curved. It's curved because it's flat, yeah.
I just want to say, Justin Credible gifted 50 memberships.
Wow.
Insane, dude.
Thank you, Justin, dude. That was awesome. I cannot top that. Hold on, let me get on it.
Wow, that's beyond incredible. Thank you very much, Justin. Really appreciate it, man. You are really a big blessing to this channel. Appreciate it. Now we're going to see a lot of greens on this channel. Look at all the
picking people who aren't in chat though.
No. If they just subscribe, they have a chance to get the
I mean, some of these people would never ever had them. It's because people that won't come on live.
I mean, look at that. Dave's got one.
I know. Dave just got one.
Hey, how's that irony? How's that for irony?
It is.
No way.
Well, I had to do something, so I bought one just for the hell of it.
Thank you, Roger. Really appreciate it. I just can't see yours in between all this green. Where is it? I would like to bring it on screen.
There is some good ones got.
No, Dev's not in chat. He's just being gifted a membership.
Yeah, he's just gifted one. But thank you very much, man. You rock. Really, really appreciate Justin. But yeah, with Joe Hanvey, I don't agree with what he just said, because they have been when I first got into flat earth, the main thing for many years has always been refraction and earth curve.
Well,
That's it. Never really the sun.
the main thing for me was curvature's being measured. It was measured
Mhm.
2,000 odd years ago, so that's not sky.
Aaron Crustanies? Yeah.
Eric crossed his knees, exactly.
In fact, if I think about it, I can't even remember a baller ever put in 24 hours sun to me as an argument.
No. The only thing they ever gave about the sun was, look, it sets over the horizon. Now they're moaning it's not setting. It's like,
in their model, it doesn't set, does it? Physically set? No, it doesn't.
What you have to think what the word set means.
Yeah, people using that.
Yeah.
Well, their whole model is impossible to begin with, right from its inception. So when they claim we have a working model, no, you don't. No, actually, you don't have a working model, because you have to first reconcile the physical impossibilities of your model to begin with. Before you start making any observations, you have to know that the very premise by which you claim is physically impossible. So game over. Sorry. No balls of gas in space ever. They're never going to form. There's no such thing as space, because nature abhors a vacuum. You have no idea what the things in the sky are at all. So just stop.
There's a lot of speculation, right?
Carrie says, I think you have to be present to and listening. She says that's why all 50 hasn't been given out yet. That could be true. So Dave might be in chat.
You might be watching, but I thought it just picked them randomly from your subs. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how it
Yeah,
works.
I think
But
that's
yeah,
it.
it is true. It doesn't look like it's chosen all 50 yet.
We'll count it down.
But anyway, guys, hit the likes, share the show. Really, really does help. I'm sure we can get to 100 likes. We're about 180 people watching at the moment. So
Whether they're saying, well, all the planets are round, or the 24-hour sun, or the 24-hour moon, or what about this flight? They're always talking about look.
the main argument they've always had from the beginning about the sky that didn't last long was, well, the planets look round, so therefore Earth has to be round.
Mhm.
And this is why we have the whole snooker analogy, snooker table analogies, because of that. And that argument didn't last long. The only ones that ever give that argument are new people that come into this arena. And they say it once and never again.
Yeah.
Well, everything looks round in a funhouse mirror. Okay, let's take a look at what is a telescope. It's a series of concave and convex mirrors and lenses. Okay, there's a concave mirror in the back of your telescope that when you look into it, it's going to make everything look round. Look at an airplane through it. You're going to see it start looking round.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
By the way, the 50 have been given out. I just counted them.
Oh, okay, awesome.
And you got Galileo sitting there making sketches of Mars, looking through some crap that they built. I mean, have you ever seen that telescope that he supposedly used? I mean, give me a break. Oh, look, there's canals on there and stuff, man.
We're back to using this word round again, though. Like I've looked at all wandering stars, and they all look round. Like a coin or a record, but I can't say that they look spherical.
No, that's spherical.
What if they're hemispherical? What if they're concave? What if they're convex? You don't know. It's all just an optical illusion.
What if they're just a projection?
Yeah, it's just an appearance, guys.
That's why I want to see what's at the North Pole. I mean, think about this. What's a planetarium, right? It's a flat floor with a dome over it. Where's all that coming from? Right where the North Pole would be, baby. That's where I want to see.
And that's what I asked Heinrich, and he didn't click. When we were talking, I was like, yeah, I love the planetarium. You know how it works. And he didn't click. that the floor's flat and it's a hemisphere dome, and they're able to show all the stars you need on that projection in the dome. You know how that works?
Did you see Mikey's Venus he got out of Vegas? It doesn't look exactly round neither, but go look at his observation. It's nice.
Oh, and some of you sky watchers, real quick before I forget. Man, last few nights I have seen this extremely bright star in the sky. Does anybody know what that is? It's like extremely bright, man. I've not. It's not like I see it all the time or anything. My wife pointed it out last night. We were coming back from dinner, and she's like, "Look at that! What is that star?" And at first, I mean, it was so bright, I thought it was an airplane.
Wow.
I don't know what it is.
Looking at.
So, like you can start to see it before it's even dark.
I know you're talking about. I'll check Solarium.
It's probably that asteroid that's going to hit us. Have you guys seen the Netflix movie Don't Look Up?
Yes.
Oh my God. I watched it again the other night. I was sitting up and I couldn't sleep, so I just put that on. And I swear to God, that's so funny because, here he's really concerned about this and everybody else is just trying to market it and come up with different, get their more political speeches and shit out. And it's like, do you not realize what's actually happening here?
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter, possibly.
Yeah, I was going to say I think it's Jupiter. But there's a problem with that because one mind, one spirit says he sees it every night, and I'm sure I see it every night as well.
Let me see if I have an app, maybe. I used to on my old phone.
Up at the sky.
If I go to back and see it now, if I go to the back bedroom, but it shouldn't be Venus because you're not supposed to be able to see Venus at night, are you?
No, you can't see Venus. How could you?
At twilight. Yeah. But that's weird because you can see it at twilight sometimes.
Yeah, you can see it in the dawn too every once in a while.
That big star you're on about, Dave, right? I'd been out with my friend metal detecting one night in woods, and we come back and I was like, I'm going to get my camera out and get a look at that star. And I went in, got my camera and come out and it gone.
It knew you were looking, Michael. It knew you were looking.
Well, you never know. It might do. It might do. It might be. It could be a spirit.
You can get to react them stars, and some of them can be like, and it sounds crazy, like, but it's almost like they're trying to avoid camera. I'm convinced. Well, I agree with what Bible says. Like, I think they're up in heaven, like they're angels.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've thought about that too. And it's like, we know that basically what we call objects and things and everything, it's all frequency, energy, and vibration, man. There's nothing really tangible there when you come down to the crux of it. And we often see that they, like you were saying, that they are heavenly bodies. In other words, they're actually the angels. And we always see angels depicted playing musical instruments all the time, or in choirs, always associated with the music in some way. And I was like, what if each one of those are just members of a huge orchestra that is playing our reality into existence?
Have you seen any videos where people film, you can see, and they've like took screenshots where they look like you can see faces in them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw one that had a hand come across it. I'll have to find that. I've got this video.
I've often wondered, all these dishes that they call telescopes. I wonder if they're listening to them.
Perhaps. Yeah. That's a good.
Why not? I think they can.
When I first started figuring it out, I realized right away they had used the sky to build the light.
There's something in Book of Enoch that talks about wandering stars and that they lead men's minds astray. I find that interesting, that people look at these things and they make up all these stories, and then lo and behold, we've got heliocentrism, leading men's minds astray.
That is true.
And also, if they're not entities, why does the Bible say that they're imprisoned for not coming out at God's appointed time?
Oh, cool. I do have an app. I'll be able to look and see what it is tonight.
Nice.
Gotta know the direction though.
Oh, no sound. Sorry.
Or the 24-hour sun or the 24-hour moon, or what about this flight? You know, they're always talking about look up at the sky. And so for me, like as a flat earther, when I very first started figuring it out, I realized right away they had used the sky to build the lie. So it's odd to me that a light in the sky doing something that people don't fully understand.
That's what you're doing, Joe.
I was thinking the same thing. It's been hypocritical because that's why you made the model, to try and explain what's happening in the sky.
The thing is, he's taking what he's calling evidence, like a 24-hour sun. Where's the evidence for that? And he's taking it to heart. Like they have a point. They don't. You got to look at what they're presenting, and then take it from there. They're already jumping the gun. You know, like they're already.
Yeah. But don't you guys? Doesn't it seem like D Marvel's not really there? He's just there, but he's not there. It's like he has nothing really to say.
He hasn't said nothing yet that I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Vlad's brother.
It does look like Vlad, eh?
A point of drama and contention within the community. However, I will say, I mean, it's opened the door wide open in a way that just reminds me of Romans 8:28. You know, what has been meant for evil, God is going to use for good, and I see that happening. So I'm with Matt. Like, my faith is in the scriptures. My faith is in Jesus. So that never changes, never has changed, never is going to change. So,
and I think that's the part. I think a lot of us have the same common denominator.
Very strange thing for me is that the people say they believe. I don't know if it's in this case, but sometimes people say they believe in Jesus, Jesus is Lord and Savior, but they still don't believe in the Trinity. I was like, what? I just don't get it then.
You know, we do have faith, and a lot of us had that prior to. I think part of this whole lie, the whole part of the science that they've been selling us and pushing on us, is a movement to, you know, you have to see the correlation between broken homes and everything else that's happened in our country
Guys,
alone.
Read to what Sig
There haven't been a lot of
about me. You see that?
I've seen it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't.
Sig wrote, Janusz on Odyssey, the truth above all is agnostic controlled op. I looked into him. Don't trust him. He's bad news.
Janusz, we're not supposed to trust you, man.
Yeah, okay. I won't trust myself as well.
Of leaders in the house and keeping people focused on who's most important and what's most important. And if you can get some other kid and these young children for multiple, decades to look out there for answers because they believe it's infinite, the more and more that I've read and the more that I've seen with my own eyes and the tests that we've done, I've realized that it's not infinite. It's more intimate. It's an intimate design. It's a place that was designed perfectly for us.
Don't tell Wits at that, because he believes there's an infinite plane. Dave might think that next week because he has thought it before and then thought, no, it's enclosed, and then there is lands out there.
Globe don't claim it's infinite, though, does it?
No, they just claim it's
expanding. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. The flat earthers believe in an infinite plane.
Some of them do.
Some of them, yeah. So, hey, Godzilla, good to see you, man. Thank you for $10 Canadians. He says, although it's apparently already accepted as fact, I will start reminding people 2 months later, we still have only received one of the 8 24-hour sun videos. Yep. And it's not even a proper 24-hour video. Exactly. Thank you very much, Godzilla. You rock. Appreciate all the support, man.
You can't honestly accept it as being all other than bullshit from all anomalies. There's just too many.
Mm-hmm. So true.
Like I was saying, standards of evidence, people. They ain't got it.
Yep.
You know, and the more and more that you look at the surface, you'll see there's answers in it. It's testable. And when you have to look up to figure out what this is and what the floor is, there's a problem there. And I honestly think this. I honestly look at it this way. A lot of people that are in flat Earth didn't know about the southern star trails. They didn't know. They had.
I am a southern flat earther, man. So that's incredulity, mate. Literally, I live in what you call the quote-unquote southern hemisphere.
Who's Rick Hummer? Is he the guy without money?
No, he's Rick Hummer. No, the guy with all the money is Flat Earth Millionaire. I'm surprised not to see him on there.
Yeah.
But
I'm not well up with these shills.
I don't know much about Rick Hummer. I don't really have an issue with what he's been saying now, most part. But
they're all
yeah.
guilty by association in my book.
But yeah, it's still odd. This whole gathering still just gives me the same vibes as let's be desperate. Let's have an AA meeting. That's how it seems to me. It looks like an AA meeting going on.
So flat Earth's a drug now. So we need to go to rehab and get off of the flat Earth.
No.
Sure.
What I'm meaning with the AA meeting is they're having a crisis meeting because now it's like it literally makes them. They're making it look like let's cry about TFE. They're making it seem that the Globers are right that TFE is killing flat Earth, and now look, they're having a big congregational meeting. Trying to figure out what to do about it.
Whoa!
What was that?
No idea.
No idea.
Robert, thank you for your 150 Canadians. No message attached. So if you just tag me in your next message, we can try read it out. Really appreciate it, Robert. You rock. Yeah, damage control meeting. Exactly, Rockets.
Yeah, that's more than an AA. That's an AA meeting. It's just a meeting of the minds, I guess. It's like,
yeah, and that's why I say this thing seems very controlled. Actually.
Whoa! Come on, who's doing that?
No idea.
Not inside.
Don't even know what it is.
Sounds like something's dragged along the floor or something.
Yeah. It's got to be coming.
Your mic, Giannis.
I looked around here to make sure the dog and Moonshadow ain't got nothing. There's nothing going on here. I was only hearing it on the speakers.
I don't see anything come from Janos's icon either. So.
What you were saying, sorry?
No, I'm just asking if you were at the mic because you can hear.
Just mention me, but I didn't pay attention. Sorry about that.
Roland Reddy. I must look up Roland Reddy. Roland Reddy, Principal Specialist Group on Facebook. Okay, no, that's someone else. Huh? Is it that guy? It is him. That's that guy. This is the guy. That's him.
What?
Wow.
Oh,
He's got bug roll shoved up his
Who is that guy?
gum.
That's that Rick Hummer dude.
No.
Rick Hummer.
How do I get back now? Let's go back there. Let's see if we can get. I just want to see if I can get.
Facebook. Yeah.
There we go. That's him.
Why are you wearing crypt colors?
I mean, he's with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Look.
No.
That's odd. Yeah, you see, it's this guy, Rick Hummer.
Why is he hanging out with Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Wow, who's gifted members again? Godzilla, thank you very much for gifting members, man. You rock. Appreciate all of it. You are awesome. Appreciate all the support, mate. Thank you very much. And then Tony Whitcomb for £10. He says, the only thing TFE has proved to me is that demons are real. Oh, yeah. That is for sure. Thank you very much for the super chat, Tony. You rock. This is one thing we've been trying to explain to everybody. Everybody that's taken part in TFE is based in deception. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What message did I put now?
My first red flag was they didn't want to bring somebody like me along on the trip.
How do I?
I saw him immediately get rid of that first guy that was the most qualified and had all the equipment to go down there with.
Yeah. Yeah.
In lieu of Bambi eyelashes,
Elizabeth,
that nobody who had ever heard of before, from some obscure voice app or some crap like that nobody even knows about. I mean, what in the world? Come on,
Yeah. They weren't after the truth, so they were. That's a honeypot. That's what she is. So they got to have eye candy.
No idea about the Southern Cross. They had no idea that there are certain things that happen in the sky on the other side of the Tropic of Cancer, that this was mind-blowing to them, that they had never seen anything like it. And no matter what, I can't understand, me personally, I can't understand how looking at that takes away what we've already discovered here. And that's something that a lot of people have ignored.
That's true.
My first red flag with this whole TFE thing was when I found out that Toon was involved with it. And that was red flags with freaking trumpets blaring right there.
Well, they're saying in chat
that first time the W said, my friend McToon.
My friend.
Right ahead.
Equally as dodgy, though. As soon as I heard Jeren and Witchick were going, I thought, hey, it's these two again. It's like.
And I just want to point out, this was the same time that Jeren was all buddy-buddy with McToon, talking about elevation angles can happen on a curved surface.
Yeah.
Remember?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
They're saying Rick Hummer, the guy you're talking about, he was on a TV show called Redneck Rocket Science.
That's what we just brought up, yeah.
Because didn't Jaren say you could get it from a single point, the elevation angle from a single point, rather than having to get your 90?
Yep. We were still calling Jeren out for this nonsense.
That's right. That's right. Jesus.
And this was the same time he was all buddy-buddy with McToon, accepting what McToon says rather than what everybody else says. That's why I was like, And it's weird because usually with these type of things that's happening, McToon is always there. Almost like McToon is the handler. Have you realized that?
Yeah.
Like you get undercover boss.
Well, it's been said that he's possibly CIA, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
I also want to point out I've never seen Toon and Brenda at the same time.
And they do look very similar, just to let you guys know.
Let me just jump in on that. The motions of the stars can be modeled. Joe Hanvey's model, if Joe Hanvey's model was 100% accurate, that's still just a theory. And so there's lots of different explanations. But what there's not an explanation for, other than magical refraction, is seeing the Southern Cross from Texas and seeing the North Star from 30 degrees south, right? The ball has a physical limitation. And oftentimes, with long distance photography, naked eye sightings, we see stuff and they have to use the magical refraction story. If refraction was real, somebody should be able to walk down a city block.
Refraction's a real thing. Dave, can you stop saying if refraction was real? It's a real thing.
It's real.
Oh, but I have to defend him. Even if I don't support him, I have to defend him now, because what he means is refraction in a matter of what Gober say about the object in the distance. That's I think what he's saying.
What he should be is talking about the 7/6 crap, you know, that keeps making
terrestrial.
Yeah.
But you see, this is why it should be very careful in what he's saying. He shouldn't say refraction or things. Say terrestrial refraction.
No. If I were a glober and I'd seen that, I'd be
Yes, I agree with you.
and look like an idiot.
That's my whole point. Because every time he talks, it's like he's trying to make Flat Earth look stupid. This whole show so far they've had is cringe. I'm sorry to say it. It's cringe.
Well, as long as you buy the app, he's happy. I don't think he has anything else to fall back on for income now. He's vested in this app and his thing. So he wants to keep this argument going as long as he can. He'd have to go out and do something else in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Take a right-hand turn, and if they went far enough, they'll refract back out so you can see them on the same avenue. Doesn't happen.
What?
It's 9:15. How am I already underwater?
I'm in the same boat.
I'm in an actual boat.
Wow.
He doesn't know how refraction works.
Yeah, I must say, how many adverts have we had in just 13 minutes of watching? I mean, wow.
I think it's like 7 at least.
Damn.
I think that's
I mean, fundamentally, from the start.
Sorry?
I've noticed this week when I've been watching your shows after the fact, I'm getting some serious adverts, like sometimes one every 5 minutes.
What the hell? Why?
Crazy, mate.
You're not saying
obvious,
Adverts are like
I stopped
taking
watching TV, me, to get away from adverts.
And now it's on the
I'm
internet.
surrounded by them.
Yeah. If I go on one of my apps, like if I go on the ITV or Channel 4 app on the computer, I have to turn off my ad blocker. It don't want me to use it because they use ads, don't they, on them apps? So it's a pain in the butt sometimes.
Well, I'm still paying for premium, so I ain't got none.
How much is premium, like? I don't want
You
to
got
pay
premium?
YouTube, like, it goes against all my principles.
Yep, same here.
I got you.
That's
the same as Rumble keep offering me because I've got like 98 in my channel, but I've got 13 as my profile, so I've got over the 100 to start their program, and they keep asking me, but then you've got to subscribe to them so you can start that program, to get ad revenue and all that kind of crap. And I'm like, nah, suck that. I'm not doing that.
PJ, I get more ads off Rumble than I get off YouTube.
Yeah, there is a lot of ads on Rumble. I don't see it because I'm on the other side of it. I don't watch it. I'm kind of on the other side, so I don't see it. You know what I mean?
As soon as I click on your link, I get 2 ads right away. That's the first thing that happens.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts. There's nothing I can do about it either. You know what I mean? Except just to go completely personal.
We want to talk about special pleading fundamentally from the start. Who has a better model than we do? We have a container. So we have something that holds water. We have something that holds gas pressure. And then we also have, with a container, to even have light, you need a container, a medium, and a charge. So we have the container right from the start that gives us
That's not a model,
what holds water.
It's not a model.
Oh yes, you did.
Reality, dude. Yeah.
Like Justin subbed to you on Rumble last night. I gave him the link last night to sub on Rumble. I didn't realize you were actually uploading to Rumble, and I noticed you are uploading now and again to Rumble, aren't you?
No, it's doing automatically again.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's weird. Sometimes it just doesn't, and sometimes it does.
So, so you're connected in a way that your videos can go there, but you still can't live
Automatically
stream.
go on. Yeah.
You still can't live stream. It's crazy.
Yeah, they automatically.
What allows for gas pressure, what allows for light to even exist. The globe doesn't have that. So fundamentally...
Okay, I don't agree with what he just said. Containment doesn't mean light exists.
Nope.
Where does he get that?
Just quickly before you play again, while we're talking about adverts, do you guys get that Mason one? How to become a Mason, join us and all that. We had that advert.
I haven't seen that yet.
I think I've had that once, but it was a while
I
ago.
have actually.
Loads.
I've actually had that, yes.
I gotta look for it now.
Look for it.
Yeah,
Roger's
I've actually got emails asking me if I want to join a lodge. It's like, no, it's okay, thanks.
Yeah, okay.
From the start, foundationally, our model's better.
What model?
And they can kick and scream and deny
You
that.
see, this is why I don't agree with Heinrich. He's very into pushing a model that's not a model. Do you know what you're doing, Joe Hanvey? You're literally giving ammunition for the Globers. They can say,
Have
here's a globe.
have you seen that guy who makes fun of it? Where it's like a cake container thing, glass. What you cover a cake with?
Yeah, I see.
Makes fun of it, like. Yeah,
Well,
like,
Justin gifted another 20 memberships. Yes, dude. What's going on? Thank you very much for gifting. You Rockman, you are awesome. Really appreciate it. Wow, it's 62 new members for the evening. In 65.
And most of them are
insane.
Justin.
Going up. 69. Insane. 72. Thank you very much, Justin. You rock, man. Appreciate it really, really much. 76.
All they want, but that's all they're doing is they're denying it.
Let me just chime in with the model. So here is, how do I transit? I forgot how to do that. Why isn't that going across? 1 second. Model.
Who I really do like on screen with the stuff they did a long time ago is Dr. Zach. When he did all the math stuff. But that's the last time I really saw any of his stuff. I don't know if he's really been doing stuff lately. Dr. Zach? Do you remember Dr. Zach?
Not really. I don't.
I'm not sure. Let's just see the face.
Dr. Zach on the bottom, yeah, this guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Right, okay. I didn't even notice. Okay. Yes, I've seen him before.
Is he part of Ether Cosmology?
Give me.
No, he was always the one. He was the one. I don't know if you remember, where he did the math based on the trigonometry of Aristotle's, how it's wrong and how it's a local sun.
Yeah, I think I now remember him. Yeah, he didn't do very many videos though.
It's a scale demonstrations and stuff.
Yeah,
and the math behind it, and showing how it's impossible for the globe to have the claimed Eratosthenes sun.
What was the claim back in Aristophanes' day for the distance to the sun, though?
Yeah, the claim is it's a parallel sun ray,
yeah,
and the sun is very far away, so therefore it comes in just parallel to give the angle measurement needed.
So wasn't the first estimation at like thousands, hundreds of thousands of miles, then like 3 million, and then it just kept going up.
It keeps changing.
Yeah.
It's always been in the millions from what I remember.
Oh, isn't it? Is it? I'm not sure. I mean,
No, it's been 100 miles before as well.
There you go. Yeah.
Sun at 100 miles?
Yeah. They've changed it a lot of times, dude. Every time they find something that doesn't fit, they just alter the ratio.
That's right.
It's like trying to measure a rainbow.
Uh-huh.
Well, you can get an estimate, right?
Maybe.
Good luck with that. They move around, don't they?
Hey, give me one. Oh, here we go. Transition. So here we have. Let's go backwards. Here we have the globe model. Now, a model is it's a miniature of something and needs to work, right? A little mini airplane. If it flies, it's a good model, right? So here is. Wow, why is that? Oh, it's automatically changing. Hold on. So going through my whole thing here without you being able to see it. Let me just say manual. God.
Did you find it odd that it's kind of exactly the argument that Joe Hanvey just gave, that he's trying to present? Almost like it was scripted.
Yeah, backing each other up.
I was just wondering if Dave was a model now. And what's he going to model for us?
They said the model's got to work, but I've seen plenty of model airplanes that don't actually work.
Yeah.
You need working models though in a thing like this, a topic.
Take on the mic out of it.
I don't know why it's doing that. All right. So here is stop. Wow, it's not working.
Dr. Zach's in the house, by the way.
Yeah, Dr. Zach. All right. So here we go. We got our Earth. The question is, can you put a gallon of water on the outside of it? No. So it's not really a good model. Can you contain air on the outside? Well, there's nothing to contain the air. Can you put ships on the bottom of it without them falling off? No. So it's really just a toy, right? Not a model. We have a food bowl. Can you contain water? Sure. We can fill it, put some water in there. Can it contain air? Sure. Under the lid, if there's a lid. And can it hold a cruise ship and people on its surface? Sure. So a food bowl is a better model than the globe.
Looking to sky.
Oh man!
Didn't somebody say the Earth was like a bucket of KFC the other day? I swear to God.
There's literally a guy who makes fun out of it, and he's got like a glass fruit ball or a cake covering device, and it's like on a rotating turntable. It's literally making fun out of Joe Anvy's model.
Yeah, this is what it's leaving this open to people to ridicule it even more. Yeah. It's not good for flat Earth, I'll tell you.
Thank you very much for your $5. Triplicate. He says Dave Weiss is an absolute clown. Yep.
Right.
It's sad, but unfortunate. It's true. Thank you for the super chat, man. You rock.
It's really funny, Dave. I'm probably the youngest flat earther in here. 3 years, just hit 3 years, and I started with like Matt Long's videos and yours, Dave. And really, what interested me from the beginning was when one of my best friends told me that the solar system or outer space, as we were taught when we were kids, isn't reality. And it just I was like, what? What are you talking about? And I had never even heard of flat Earth. He didn't even say flat Earth first. He just brought that to me. And what helped me free myself from the matrix and the lies is being curious and looking at the luminaries, looking outside, looking at perspective and optics. And, I've been in this whole thing to connect with other people.
No one is free from the matrix as the system. We are all in it. We know about it, but it doesn't mean you are free from it. You would be free if you would be living totally without the system, but he is living in it. So it means, ergo, he's not free from the matrix. Very simple.
People seeking the truth across many different topics. And, I haven't been budged by TFE. TFE says we conclusively proved it's a globe. It's like, no, you looked at an optical phenomenon and you're making assertions that you know something. But this whole battle began when man didn't know what the heavens were or how the sun does what it does or what it is, and they started making up stuff about it. And I'm not gonna budge, because the truth is what I'm after, not pleasing men. So I'm proud of all y'all for staying calm, not attacking people who are attacking us. And the truth is going to keep rising to the top. So just stay steady, and thank you for what you guys do.
I want to welcome Dr. Zach. Many of you.
Point majority.
Yeah.
I like him.
I don't have an issue with what he just said.
I see him first time, to be honest. Never seen him before.
He's been on this channel many times.
Here?
He came
in.
in.
And it's odd. And I've got to point out, it's odd because when he's here, he says, I was one of the first guys he watched. Now he points up there. He didn't even mention me.
Dang it.
Never noticed him, to be honest. Unless he was under a different name.
No, Run Boston Bear. He's been on a few times.
Probably notice.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to take off. I got to go to work, but I wanted to say one thing before I leave. This whole thing is going to make it hard to really investigate the fraud that TFE is, I think. And that's why
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this thing is making it now easier for the Globers to hang on and say, hey, you see, there is a crisis because of TFE. Exactly this. And that's why I say this whole thing's controlled.
I'll see you guys later.
Later, bro.
Because we always said to them, what crisis? There's nothing wrong. You know, the TFE hasn't done anything. Now these people come and make this idiotic stream. So now the Globers have something to say, oh, but look, you're flat earth leaders. Look, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Very desperate attempt, this. I mean, what are they actually talking? I mean, out of this whole 18 minutes we watched from him, what have they actually said?
Nothing that they haven't said before.
I mean, there's nothing really there. It's just...
It's like back to the start again. Like, I feel like I've just woke up in 2016 and I've just come across these guys.
It does seem that way.
That's what it feels like.
You that have only been here a couple of years might not know who he is, but he is one of the original legends. Done some great work. A lot of his stuff is on the app in the FAQ section. Zach, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Dave. I don't know if you guys can hear me. This is my first time on a live show, so
yeah. Also, his first live stream. This is amazing.
Exactly, yeah. So
your microphone's a little hot, so maybe move it a little bit away from your mouth. And
okay. I don't know.
All right,
that sounds better.
Anyway, sounds better.
That's better. Yep, that's good.
Okay. So I don't know, guys. I want to start by talking about these ex-flat earthers, you know, who suddenly switch sides after witnessing the 24-hour sun in Antarctica. There are only two options for me. Either they were completely out of it, or they are just dumb. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not complaining. They were.
Oh, so there's not a third option that they could have just been a shill.
Yeah, they're completely out of it or dumb. No, yeah, like you said, they couldn't have been in it from the start. Come on. There's not that option at all.
They, according to their own videos or all their streams, they knew too much to do not be on it. So
Even
planned from the
that's
beginning.
almost got me. Wow.
And that's what I was thinking of, that they will finally start bringing people who are ex-flat earthers and now become globers, because that was one thing which they were missing. Because we were often speaking that if you go from globe Earth, you never go back to flat. From globe Earth to flat Earth, you never go back from flat to globe. But now it changed. That was missing. Now they have it. Supposedly.
Yeah, the link so far, guys, says, should we consider the majority on the round table as shills? Yes, 53%. No, 28%. Maybe 19%.
I'm not claiming they were compromised because I can't prove that, but something definitely doesn't add up. Let me tell you why. Before this so-called final experiment, we had real challenges in the flat earth community. One of the biggest was the star trails in the southern hemisphere.
No.
What?
Why is it? What's he talking about?
Why is that the biggest?
Okay, let him explain, because I'm baffled now. Let me just talk. We see where he goes with it.
I don't know if you guys remember that debate. We spent years figuring it out, and eventually we did by factoring in atmospheric effects, something the globe model totally ignores. And guess what? These same ex-flat earthers stayed solid. They fought for flat earth. You know, they didn't flip. But now suddenly they see the 24-hour sun, and that's it. That's what broke them. I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? This whole thing is nonsense. The 24-hour sun is just another version of the same problem we already solved. The sun, the stars, sunrise, sunset, it's all connected. So why is this suddenly an issue?
I know, because they are shills. They were planted into the FE community. That's it. Simple as that. This whole TF thing was a plan. Just to make people come out of the FE community, and for you guys now to make a show to make it look like it's actually done something.
And counter argument from the shills will be, oh no, who is for so long, pretending that he is flat earther? You know what? You can just look maybe into China. They are not looking into 2 decades, 3 decades plans or 4 decades. They look for the hundreds of years ahead. So think about it, maybe.
I thought Ian's Cop said Flat Earth Society, but it's just Flat Earth Social, I think.
Is it because they are dumb? I don't know, man. You tell me. Because I try to act like it's nothing, but I think it's a big issue, man. And there is something behind this. I don't know what it is. I can't just say they are compromised or got paid, but there is something going on, and I just wanted to address that.
I don't, Zach, I don't think so. I don't think some of the folks that are turning that direction and going back, having third thoughts, that they are privy, or maybe they didn't look into that enough. And I think that's the biggest thing, because that seems to be the argument for people at this point, that they witnessed what they saw, and at the same time, that's been mentioned to me about the rockets.
I don't agree with that. I don't think they saw what they claim.
How can you say Jeren hadn't looked into things long enough? The problem is they were punting a map as a model, and it got undone. They had no choice.
Yeah, because they were the only ones pushing this Gleason's map as a model. Hey, we hit 101 likes, guys. Woohoo, thank you very much. You guys rock. So, yeah, the guy, I find it really odd. The people that's been pushing the Gleason's map as like a model are the ones that's been flipping. I agree, Sleeping Warrior. He says if Bob Nadal was alive right now, he would be going back to the globe. I do think so.
Mm-hmm.
He would be one of the people taking TFE as their out. And I mean, I said this as soon as TFE came out, Jaren's going to use it for his out. And what happened? Yeah, Jaren did that exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see one by one, some of these, all these, they're going to find something and they're just going to flip. Just going to go. Something small is going to happen. No, let's just become a glober.
That we're going up. So again, none of this, from my standpoint, whether or not it's the star trails or not, whether or not what happens in the sky, it doesn't negate the fact that we've tested the water. We've tested everything on the surface side, from Salt Lake to Great Lakes to oceans to high altitude footage to Jay Tolan's infrared stuff. All this stuff shows beyond a reasonable, yeah, it's flat. It's completely flat. There is no curvature. And that's the whole thing. It's like we're ignoring the fact that we've actually shown there's no curve. And now we're talking about lights in the sky. And
exactly.
Nathan went over this the other night. They kept bringing up these red herrings. He called them red herrings. There's certain things. It's like, you want to talk about all this stuff up here, but let's talk about what's going on right here first. Because I think there's a correlation between the two. And I think we're all missing, without having humility, without having a humbleness, and without having a willingness to learn, you're missing the whole point of what this is. This isn't about we're right, you're wrong. And that's what I think I see happening, is this tug of war of, well, we did this test. Well, okay, what about all these other tests? What about all
exactly? That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, they're trying to prove that.
What he just said had nothing to do with what you just said, Dr. Zach.
But in their assumption, they've actually been and seen this observation. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've seen no evidence yet.
No.
Yeah, they are, except it's weird because they're saying it's fake, but it's the way they're talking is as if it really happened.
Yeah, it's like they went down there, saw 24-hour sun, and they're questioning whether they believe flat Earth anymore. But there's also the fact that it were all faked, and then you hits it and you Jeren are implicated.
Yeah, it's really weird because they are saying we think it's faked, but they are fighting for it's real. It just doesn't change anything I would believe. That's why I say this whole thing is a shit show of trying to say, let's get together and show how it's a crisis. This whole thing's a joke.
Yep.
It's really a joke. Now, I wonder why they didn't send me a link, because if they did, I would have went on there and just set them all straight and say, no, guys, what the hell are you doing?
I know.
The Earth is round by looking at the sky, and now they're acting like it's okay. We can just look at the sky and prove the round Earth. They have been talking about this for 10 years, and suddenly, you just look at the sky and the Earth is round. Come on, Jaren. I mean, I respected you for 10 years, but not anymore, buddy. I'm so sorry about this. I draw my line. I'm sorry.
Look at the faces, man.
I don't care.
The faces.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you believe the Earth is flat, then?
I don't believe it's flat. I know it's flat, and I can prove it.
Know it is. Good answer.
I know it is. Yeah. I mean, think about it. We already know that the stars in the southern hemisphere appear to move in the opposite direction compared to those in the north, right? They rise and set just like the sun. So why wouldn't the sun behave the same way when it moves south?
Maybe because they're different things. So he's already making an assumption that they're the same. I don't know. It's difficult with this because it's like that he's making claims. I don't think it's a good thing to be making claims.
24-hour sun was never an issue for the flat Earth model. We know that. It was just something we needed to confirm because we couldn't find any real footage of it. Remember that? That's it.
That's why they kept it hidden.
I agree with that, but still it doesn't matter.
And you still don't have any real footage of it. Okay?
Yeah.
So there it is. They lied. That's all. Nowhere to go with this. There's not even a reason for this discussion. They lied. You're still in the same place you were at before these clowns embarked on this expedition. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly in the same position you were in before that. Just because you happen to have talked to these people or feel that you know them doesn't make them any less liars.
Solid.
Yeah, it's quite telling.
So why would these people want it to be a real thing? Why is it so imperative that it actually really happened and there is a 24-hour sun? Why is that imperative by these people?
No idea.
Well, they're pretending like this whole thing was real. That's all. It's just more. They're just trying. It's an attempt from the apparent opposition to validate their claims of what they saw. Now we believe that they saw what they said. We're not, and we believe the videos, and so therefore we have to find a way around that. No, dude, it's already been shown. They lied.
It's like they're primering their audience
Mm-hmm.
to accept it as it's real.
Yeah,
Exactly that.
That's why they gave us weird edited versions of it and everything else.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you look back, was it Zetetic Astronomy? They mentioned it there. So it's not like it's something new. This has been out there for a very long time. It shouldn't be shocking news that anybody who's actually taken this with the method into their brain and looked this stuff up and understood it. I think that's the issue.
Yeah, what's its come up?
Yeah.
There he is.
Well, I don't know. We've always explained that the stars in the south seem to.
Huh?
The big star. Go ahead and show us the blue steel pose. Do it.
Here's the protagonist. Here's the protagonist of Flat Earth. Way.
This is going to be Witsit when he comes on.
Yeah. Zoolander. Let's start calling him Zoolander now.
Rotates around the central point. And when we say stars, we include the sun because it follows the same pattern as it crosses the equator into the southern hemisphere. But this isn't proof of the globe. From the flat Earth perspective, southern star trails only appear to move in the opposite direction, but in reality, they still rotate around Polaris.
100% agree with you, but why are you fighting for it? Just say it's been proven, so move on. Again, remember they've been fighting saying, what's happening in the sky doesn't prove the ground, but let me tell you how it works in the sky. That doesn't make sense. You're contradicting your words. You don't need to explain something you say doesn't matter.
What we see is just an optical illusion caused by refraction. We even ran experiments to back this up. Are we 100% sure? Hell no. No, no one can be. Maybe we're right, maybe we're wrong, but at least we tested it. And our model would be based on that. What have you done, globe earthers? And if refraction can make the stars below the equator appear to circle Antarctica in the opposite direction for 24 hours, then why wouldn't the same thing apply to the sun? The only difference between the stars and the sun is that the sun moves in a circular pattern between the tropics. Depending on its position, it follows the star pattern of that hemisphere. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. In the northern hemisphere, it moves like the northern stars.
What's a hemisphere?
Yep.
You're already placing yourself on a globe.
In the southern hemisphere, it moves like the southern stars. So what's the problem here?
Zach, you did a great video. You did a great video where you showed that you can't triangulate the sun because we see it in an apparent position. You know what video I'm talking about? So
yeah, of course, we can prove that all the time.
Can Globers make the same claim on a globe Earth that the sun would be in an apparent position? I don't think so.
Yes, they do, Dave, and you know that because you've actually watched my stuff when I talked about that. And yes, I also explained that using trigonometry to show it's at different positions. This is one thing I don't understand with Dave. He likes taking people's stuff and just sticking on his app kind of thing, and then, just
and obviously
kind
not
of
watching it.
Yeah, it's weird. Of course, the globe claims it's at different positions. That's why they claim you're seeing the refracted sun.
If you in globe claim, if you were seeing the real position at sun, then it would be no atmo there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, their scientists, they say that the apparent sun, there is an apparent sun. So what we are looking at is not the real sun. And they mention it when the sun is setting. They say the real sun sets way before not way before, like probably a minute before, after. Sorry, the real sun sets like a minute before the apparent sun. Okay, and the degree, the angle between them is 0.84.
Yeah, you're literally talking to flat earthers here. We already know this rubbish, Zach. You don't need to preach flat earth.
Flat Earth Dave done.
Yeah, he doesn't know that, but why is Dr. Zach preaching this?
Because Dave said it weren't.
I guess so, but man, I can't take this.
I know it's bad. The what we've got here is, people see this and think, well, these are leaders of flat Earth. Look how stupid they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a joke. I'm sorry, the stream that they've had is a joke, and I find it disturbing that KIC actually hosted this.
It's bad. It's bad.
If I'm not mistaken. So they admit that the reason their parents on. It's scientific right now. But if we say the reason our parents on, we are crazy. But this science says the same thing. You know what I mean? So
just real
no, they don't have science to say it, Zach. But yes, we understand what he's saying.
quick, guys. Thank you so
Give
much.
Maria.
I want to welcome real quick.
Yeah,
Zinc.
Walker. What she wrote.
I'm sorry, but Whitsett has guilt written all over his face. It's sad, actually. Yep.
Yeah.
You can see this is catching up to him, guys.
Of course it is. Look how ill Will Duffy looked a few weeks ago. And it's happening. And I think he was wasted that day. I mean, he actually looks a little strung out now. Sorry to say it, but he does.
Yeah, I think he's probably turned to some things to help him cope. Which is sad, but yeah, he's definitely eaten up inside. So I think, yeah, he might be another Buzz Aldrin, guys. He might, at the end of the day, just blabber it out. You never know.
Garcia is in the house. Mark Sargent is in the house, and Austin from Wits It Gets It is in the house. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to go back and let some more people try to rotate in real quick.
This AI tool is better than Leonardo.ai.
Is it? Okay.
You can create unlimited AI images with accurate.
Thank you.
Did I remember correctly that Sean was
Right.
saying that he does not believe in a Trinity?
Yes, he's not a Trinitarian.
That's the guy, right?
And who wants to go next? Somebody want to chime in? D? Anybody? Austin?
Oh, if anybody knows me, if anybody's followed me over the years, you know I'm going to say the same thing. Whatever's going on in the sky does not have any determination as to what the actual surface of it is. For veterans like Robbie, Garen, anybody.
Marble's actually talking. Can you believe it?
Wants to get a better mic.
Yeah, you can't really hear what he's saying.
Else who's falling off because of this so-called final experiment. I really don't understand how they've forgotten that basic information. Like we're not measuring what's going on in the sky. Obviously, we call this thing flat Earth because we're measuring the Earth, and there's been many people in the community.
John Travolta, shout out to him. Yeah, that was a good super chat. I agreed with him.
Didn't Jaren even get involved with one of the some observations over water? Maybe some laser observations.
Sorry?
Is it Music Guru on the bottom right corner? Looks like him. Conspiracy Music Guru?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, he's there.
No, that's not him, yeah.
Look at this super chat. Respect everyone on this panel, but the fact that Quantum Eraser and Nathan Oakley aren't here is a disgrace. The position is ironclad, and the only way flat Earth should be argued. Yeah, you see, the people, thing is, they don't invite people that aren't shills. Get it?
Yep.
Well, look how they've tricked Nathan because he tried to explain to him what real science is.
Mm-hmm.
Called him a scammer and all sorts, you know. Dave bragging about his boat.
Karen B, as far as I know, is also on the back to the banana boat. Yeah, probably.
I know I did. I completed a live stream. There was 150 people live across the Puget Sound. There was about 10 and a half miles of flat water. And I was able to see a laser along with everyone on the live stream. That was when I was pretty much ready to just, okay, I'm like, I don't know what to prove. It just makes sense. But this whole final experiment where, okay, we saw the sun for 24 hours in Antarctica. So now Earth must be a globe. This would mean that they forgot about a lot of stuff over the course of the years that even they have talked about. And that just throws me off, man, just a little bit. Not saying that these guys have been compromised, but maybe suffering from an extreme case of amnesia. selective amnesia as far as the globe.
Look at Richard just sitting there. It's like, you know, no, I'm part of that group that went. Oh man, he knows it's true.
That's the problem that all groups in there, they have to deal with that, you know.
Mm.
You look like it's just obviously it's theatrics, isn't it? Like they all know it. They're all shills. They all know that it was faked. I think they're just playing a game. Like
Yeah, as I say, this whole thing is weird. It's just got a very desperate vibe to it. And I want to point out, look at the weird smile and grins they're all giving when he was talking about this. Why?
Propaganda goes, but I don't know, man. It's flat.
You know, Daryl, when we look back real quick, and Whitson, I can't wait to talk to you. Alex Michael's in here as well, conspiracymusicguru.com. You know, and Zen, glad to have you here as well. Sarge, sorry, Mr. Call just a little bit ago. That's why I sent you this, because I'm on my phone camera. I wasn't ignoring you. I love you. But one of the things, Daryl, when we go back to all of the experimentation that went on to this early on, you know, when you got on the plane and you did the spirit level, I've heard people say, oh, that didn't work. That didn't work. It absolutely did work. It actually did show a pattern. It did show something was going on. There was no crazy variations that were going on during that entire flight that you were on. When Rob and I went and did the mirage test to actually check and see if there was actually a mirage on Lake Michigan, there was no mirage. We actually saw Chicago in view the entire time. It never changed. There was definitely a smog or something coming off the city that actually came out, which would have been a low-lying cloud. But a wave this tall, you know, in front of the city a mile out is going to hide the city. You know, it actually, you know, variations, you could actually lose the city or the lower parts of the city. The refraction rate is there for that. But as far as all of these different things that were going on at the time, the laser tests, the high altitude tests, all these things had one complete same denominator, and that is that water lays flat. It has properties to it. Scientific method shows it over and over and over. It's, you know, you can demonstrate this every single time. And when we go back to what Zach was saying with the sun and the patterns that it has, you know, there are certain things that no, we cannot see. We do not know exactly how it works. We're not there in part. We're not in God's mind. But what we do know is that the things that we can test are being ignored. And again, I don't want to keep on going on that maybe somebody's compromised or any of that stuff, because that has no bearing over what we're actually been talking about and have been.
And there you kind of just exposed yourself, Rick.
Exactly. Of course.
No one's being compromised.
Yeah. He's trying to say it doesn't make a difference.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
And usually what happens is how it works, and people are trying to cover a lie, they oversell that they're telling the truth. And that's exactly what Rick just did.
Aye.
You just spoke it in to showing that it is a lie. So you guys were compromised, Rick. Well done. Thank you. Now we all know.
Been talking about for the last 10 or plus years for some of you. And so I just want to say again, I know what we know. I know the tests that have been done. I know what I've seen with my own eyes, and almost I think all of us here that are on this panel right now have done certain tests and have seen things and have observed things with our own eyes. So I don't know what the other guys have seen. I don't know if they actually ever had successful tests, but I think that could be a factor as well of what's been happening. But again, not to talk too much here. I just want to make sure that we understand that, you know, let's not get lost in the shuffle of what's going on with them. Let's stay focused on where we're at and what we do know, because that to me is the most important thing right now, is that, you know,
it's still pretty important to address that though, because the irrationality that's going on that side is just so unfathomable. I'm still trying to deal with the, you know, the fallout from all of that. I mean, I'm getting
fallout. What fallout? Conspiracy? What fallout is he talking about?
No idea.
Huh.
Shit from Jaren at the moment, which is so irrational. He's just constantly telling lies about me, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So this is incredibly
Sorry
irrational.
about
Yeah, no, so am I. So am I. And it's incredibly irrational behavior, which I can't quite put my finger on, but you have to kind of use Occam's razor. And I think it is important to talk about this. You know, if it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, it's a duck, you know, at the end of the day. So it seems absolutely insane to me to spend 10 years building a house, the most advanced house you can think of. You take 10 and you understand every aspect of that house. And then for some reason you find a problem with the lights in the kitchen. And you go, right, okay, let's knock the whole house down. It's incredibly irrational behavior. So for me, the question is, why the irrational behavior? And then you have to go, okay, then you go start.
Yeah,
good point.
Good point, but it still doesn't lead to what he's talking about with the
No.
fallout. What fallout are you talking about?
No, of course.
He's on about Jen slagging him off, like, but Jen's slagging everybody off, not just
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I mean, but that's not really a fallout. That's just him exposing himself. That's all. But I agree with what Alex is saying here.
But see, this is where I stand, though. The very fact that he's actually on that stream says it all for me. I don't.
Yeah.
As far as I'm
How do you
concerned, they're all together in this, all of them.
Yeah, how do you know? That's the thing.
If somebody had said to me, "Do you want to come on the stream?" I'd have been like, "Nope."
Hell no.
Last night, when we were streaming, they said, "Okay, he's giving a link to everybody to come on now," and I was straight, "No, it's okay, thanks." Because if I went on there, it would have just been me there to tell everybody, you know, to call them
It would
out.
have been a shill tomorrow if I'd been on there.
Yeah, but I mean, I would have gone on there just to call them out. But like I said, I wasn't given a link personally, so thank you for that. That's good. I'm glad because it shows I'm not part of the shill table. And that's why I say everybody that has not been invited, welcome to True Earth, guys. The true flat Earth.
Yeah.
Because there's a reason some of us weren't given an invite to go there. Because we're not part of the shill table.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one.
Getting into conspiracy, like, you know, has he been compromised? Has he been paid? And I think that's an important question.
Alex, I think that's a great thing. I just want to jump in on that. Just a couple of things. Hi, by the way. Hope you're well, Alex. When we did Flat Earth Social with Austin and Jaron just before they went, one of the questions that was asked to Jaron specifically was, well, listen, if you do see a 24-hour sun, it's still not going to be a globe, right? And he answered many times, of course not. Of course it's not going to be a globe. So there is a behavioural difference. And the other thing I'd like to say is everyone on this panel, every one of us would have gone down to Antarctica and said, do you know what? We've seen that in the sky. Let's go and work that out. You don't automatically go, well, it's got to be a globe, right? So what I'm saying is...
Once again, you're going on as if it's happened, if it's really been shown.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at Austin's body language while they're all talking. And every time they keep talking about the sun being real, he really looks down and depressed.
He's a bit defensive. He's a bit...
Yeah, but look at his body language.
Yeah.
Whenever they talk about the sun, I'm going to just rewind it a bit quickly. This one, look at Austin's face while he's talking about the sun being real. You know?
Down to Antarctica and said, do you know what? We've seen that in the sky.
Look at his face.
Let's go and work that out. You don't automatically go, well, it's got to be a globe, right? So what I'm saying is any one of us would have done the same thing and not...
Yeah.
Has anybody seen this? Like, does Witsy actually talk at all?
He does talk, obviously, sometime. He has to.
Because, like, I'm just going on his behaviour when he come to tell us we were all wrong. He was like, mouth almighty.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a little girl sat there with his dummy in, like.
Yep. But I mean, what I'm trying to point out is his body language of every time they're trying to say, well, it could be real, but it doesn't change anything, you know. His whole language is almost like he's replaying in his head, you know what, I lied. You know what, I lied.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real. That's what his body language is saying.
Not said it's a globe. We'd have just said, listen, well, that's strange. We'll have to go back and have a look at that. We wouldn't, none of us would have defaulted to a globe. So, and Jaron has, and that's very, very strange behavior because, like I say, none of us would have done that. We'd have said, you know, it's cold and, oh, yeah, it does go right to left or whichever way, you know, it does go the opposite way. And we need to have a look at that. And
yes, I agree
that's
with
it.
that. I
None of
was
us
saying
will
I don't want to
defocus.
speculate where they went, Ian. I was just trying to speculate. I don't want to
Yeah.
speculate that they got paid or this or that. My point is yeah, they probably saw what they saw. Witsit's
Why don't you just ask Whitsett? He's in. He's literally there. He's sitting there.
Yeah.
right here. He's talking. He's here in the group
Yeah,
right now.
let's-
Hey, Austin.
So
Yeah, and just and at the
Oh,
beginning, you know,
What the hell, David? He just said Whitsett. He just said Whitsett. Now Dave talks again.
Do you know he did that earlier when Sean was trying to introduce Dr. Zach. He didn't give him a chance to say hello. He spoke back straight back in again. Yeah.
I mean, really, it's like he has to just talk.
Mm-hmm.
I was going up against all the people that were attacking them because their claims they were making were wrong and provably wrong.
Oh wow! You're a hero. Such a hero, dude.
Okay, I got something to say. He was on my stream showing they were wrong, showing that they faked it. Afterwards, flip-flopped and said no, they didn't fake it. And now he's saying they did fake it, and I'm saying they didn't prove. What is this? What's wrong with this guy?
It's all over the place, man.
Dude.
Blatant.
The question isn't, so many people think it was filmed somewhere else and everything. I think they pretty much proved that they were there, and whatever they filmed, they filmed. Now, did some film get manipulated? I have no idea, no way to know.
Oh, that's not what you told us when you came on my stream.
It was punting screen business when it
Exactly.
first come back.
Start off with
Mm-hmm. Wow. Death never changes, does he?
Right? I kind of believe what Austin tells me. Jaren, he's gone. I don't know what's going on with him. I've literally blocked him on all platforms. I don't really talk to him anymore because we just don't jive. So again, the chat is kind of, and the panel.
I mean, I remember when he came on and said, "Oh, they're not shills." Trust me, guys. Whitsett and Jaren aren't shills. Just trust me. Now, what now? Now he's blocked him.
We're kind of slipping off track. Let's talk about the proofs, right? If they went there and saw the circling sun, what does it mean, right? Does it mean they saw a fake sun? I'm going down that line, but I can't prove it. Did they see a real sun? Is it an anomaly that happens just during 2 weeks during the solstice? On either side of the solstice? I don't know. But it only happened once. After all of these years, it took some propped up globers to go down there to be the first ones to ever witness it in reality, and that's weird. That's not scientific. You got to do it at least 3 times for it to be a scientific observation.
I like how he says propped up globers and don't mention Whitsett and Jaren.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying the globers, Dave?
And where's he getting it has to at least be done 3 times to be scientific? What? That's nonsense. It just has to be repeatable. Doesn't mean you have to do it 3 times.
Want to be in science anyway.
Yeah, there's no science there. It's not because they haven't done it 3 times it's not science. It's because it's not science that it's not science. There is no independent and dependent variable. There's only an observation, which is being manipulated anyway.
There's also coming out Steve from Space Bus. I was hoping he would be here. He did an analysis of all of the bases in Antarctica and their sunset times. Doesn't work on a globe, and he's really done a lot of work. That should be coming out maybe even today, but any day soon. So, Austin, you want to jump in?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I mixed up the times actually. But yeah, I
What's up with his
kind
mouth?
of agree with the general sentiment.
Yeah,
It's like that last time. He's definitely he's doing something. I mean, I don't like to say it, but he's doing something.
He's on spice or something.
Right, the last time it was like he was on benzos, to be honest. But his eyes were pinned like it was opiates. So It could be a mixture. It could be one thing. It could be a compound of things. You know what I
Is
mean?
that what you can take for blood? Is it like like roids or like that? Does that do to daft like that?
That wouldn't make you pin eyes or anything like that. No, and that would probably make you probably a little bit more hyper. To be honest, I think he was like relaxing. He was like so chilled and.
Well, it doesn't really matter what he takes. The fact is, he's definitely taking something for cope.
I see smackheads hanging around the shop that are doing faces like that, man.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Very weird.
Admit that Alex and D Marble were saying. I've tried to actually talk to Jaron about this a few times, like even before we got back to the States. I don't know. It just seems really irrational to me to like. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't know what's going on, but like to pick the one observation of the sun and throw everything else out is super weird. And I don't get it. And I've tried to talk to him about it a few times. So that's my position, obviously, is that singular observation doesn't somehow negate all the like hundreds or thousands pieces of physical evidence.
See, they're all agreeing with him. It happened.
Yeah.
See, look at them. They're all nodding their head. Yeah. No, it didn't happen, guys.
Nathan hasn't said a word, has he?
No, he's just sitting there writing his book.
Yeah.
Falsify the alleged curvature of Earth. So that part's really perplexing, right? Because I go to him and he'll say like, this doesn't, basically his argument is I can't explain this on an AE model. That's the only model I think could work. So it has to be a globe. I'm like, okay, so if we flip it around, you're like, okay, look.
See what I told you? The guys that push the AE model, map as a model, are the ones having this issue. They are the ones that, how can I say, flip-flopping.
Yeah. Right.
I remember when Jaron was saying that people they were his friends, and now even conspiracy music guru is bashing him. So it means he was never my friend, and he started nearly crying. He doesn't get it. People on the internet. I don't consider people on the internet friends. I consider as a acquaintance, but a friend could be the guy who will be standing for you. He'll be willing to risk his life for you. That's friend. That's my definition of friend. Those people, they just freaking know themselves from the internet. That's it. Some of them, they don't even know each other in real life. So, he was my friend. That's a bad perception from my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
At an actual position of a mountain in relation to the celestial position of a star, and that actual relative angle would require that the mountain is in its actual position. It verifies it, but according to the globe metrics, that mountain shouldn't be visible unless it's refracted up. So it'd have to be the apparent location. So like literally falsifies the globe, and then it's been repeated back to back times. Same thing happens every single time. So it would be like me going to you, Jaron, and saying, okay, well, I can't explain this on the globe at all, so it can't be a globe. So I don't even understand the line of reasoning, where it's like I don't know. I don't get it. So I don't care about the who does what, says what, but yeah, I think we definitely went there, bro. All the conspiracies about it, I think it's kind of goofy, but whatever.
We definitely went there, every single time. Why? Maybe because they didn't go there. They got somewhere close.
Exactly.
I'm not sure. Because look, you can make it up, with the technology we have now. You can fake nearly everything. So maybe there's another reason. Maybe he thought he has seen the 24-hour sun, but it wasn't really the same. Maybe it was fake sun. That's a possibility as well. Not saying that's the case, but it's a possibility.
Let me just chime. Go ahead, finish up. Sorry.
Yeah, we went there. We saw what I would say was just the sun. The sun's always in an apparent position. I've known this about flat Earth for 5 years. The sun has to be in an apparent position on a flat Earth. That's well known. That's another part that's super confusing. It's like, did people not know that already? Like once you get to the equator, then it starts to go in a weird direction. It's like
it goes in the same direction by me, just like it goes to you guys in the north. What the hell are you talking about? I've never ever seen the sun go west to east. It's always east to west. So what the hell is he talking about? I've no idea what's wrong. What is he talking about? Do you guys know anything about this? That the sun goes in a different direction just because I'm in the south.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like,
I mean,
Makes
maybe
absolutely zero sense.
Sorry.
I said it makes absolutely zero sense. It's always east to west, always. Just because you turn around and look at it from a different direction doesn't make it. Oh, look, it switched sides and shit. It's like, oh, look, I'm pulling off my thumb. God.
I mean, the fact, like in south, that you're looking at that Southern Cross and that tells you you're looking south and not north.
Yeah. It's like, you think, Whitsett, you could have just not asked any flat earther in the south what direction does the sun go? Would have just told you. Same as it for you guys, east to west. What the hell?
I know. What the hell?
The sun has to be in a apparent position relative to the personal observer for the Earth to be flat. That's been known for literal years.
Exactly.
So that's also weird. And I won't get all into the arguments, but it's just odd.
Apparently, Jaren didn't know that. Sorry about that.
No worries. I just want to say,
Jaren did know that. He's just always been a plant, and he used TFE for his out. Simple as that. He wanted to get out. He had to. Remember, he was a plant.
Sooner or later, people get it.
If I didn't know Jaren and Austin, and I would have been jumped on that. They weren't. I would have been on all of those things. But this thing was designed for me. This trip was specifically designed for me to go, and I know that I'm not in on it. So I'm like, what are they going to do? Put me on an?
What? It wasn't designed for you, man. And he did say he's not going to go, so he was the original guy to go, apparently. Quite crazy.
An airplane and go, hey, by the way, we're going to the North Pole and we're gonna do something crazy. So I knew
it's Matty Leeds playing damn guitar while people are talking. Really, Marty?
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he's playing guitar there. He's on
What a
screen.
mong.
Is that what? Oh, really? I kept thinking someone's radio keeps coming on.
I thought it was someone's phone or something.
Yeah. What the hell?
Who's playing guitar?
Marty
Leeds, 33.
Look at Mark Sargent's eyes. it's like really? They're all looking like, what the hell's going on?
who's playing music? Someone's playing music. Is that you, Marty? Cut the crap. Okay. So that's kind of where I got my confidence. That's where I got my confidence. You should have played a little more appropriate song. So that's.
So he did it on purpose. I thought he was just playing with, and I thought maybe he didn't mute or something. Oh wow. Hey, Josh Monday, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you could make it. Really appreciate you coming. We should have a discussion again someday, man. He says, congratulations. No, I'm one away from 5K. Literally
no, you're
one.
on 5K. No, you're on 5K. It says 5K to me.
No, it shows 1.
Well, tell me you're on
4999.
5K. I've just refreshed and it told me you're 5K.
Yeah, I've refreshed it now. 4999.
Wow. Let's tell me you're 5K. Let me refresh again. Give it a second.
What are you just on?
No.
4999.
Still says 5K for me. Oh well.
Well, I'll take it.
You're the one that yours is the one that counts. So.
Let me check.
Just one person body sublet.
For me, it shows 5K, but maybe just rounding up.
That last sub must be traveling south.
Banner says 499. What?
All right, it's not showing. Well, it's 499, guys. There you go.
Yeah, dropped now. I just seen for a
4,999.
second 5,000.
4,999. Yeah, 4,998.
A bluff.
That's going down again.
You know,
This is what I'm saying. This has happened like 5 times today. It goes to 99 and it goes back down.
But you were on 5K. I just seen it a few seconds ago. I'm serious.
It's still saying 5K for me every time I refresh.
No, it's gone down to 4,998 now. Oh well.
Lisa
Tomorrow
Marie,
I'll be on 5K hopefully.
Lisa Marie says thanks to whoever gifted our membership. Don't know who it was. It could have. There was a lot gifted.
There was a lot of people there who gave.
Yeah.
Just as it's 5K for him. So yeah,
Okay.
if you refresh it, probably drop again. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for the 5K. That doesn't show by me yet, but
You've actually hit it. You've hit it. So you're going to hit it by tomorrow.
Woohoo!
So, right.
You got the goal already, you know. It's good.
So I want to say about that. And Marty Leeds is here, but Zen Garcia is here. I just want to be mindful of his time. Zen, are you under pressure? You want to go next?
Yeah, that would be great, man. I really appreciate it, and I'm
like
honored to be here with all of you. I got great respect for all of you as well. I'm going to just share something I posted on Facebook. It's really short and quick, but I agree with the initial arguments when it comes to non-existent curvature and that the Earth is stationary, fixed, and non-moving. I wrote this in reply to Robbie Davidson. To anyone that is now convinced because of the final experiment that the Earth is a globe, I'll share with you what I shared on Robbie Davidson's profile. Robbie, you know I respect you, brother, but no matter what was shown in the final experiment, curvature is non-existent and water cannot adhere to a ball. These are facts that must be reconciled with true evidence, no matter what we think we know of the cosmology. Do we have all the answers? No, but these are foundational truths that cannot be denied. Show me confirmation of curvature, or that the Earth is moving, spinning at 1,037 miles an hour, faster than the speed of sound, or a bullet shot from a pistol, and then we can discuss the final experiment. This challenge goes to anyone part of the experiment or the journey. I'm willing to debate.
Well done, Zen. I actually like what he just said.
Yeah. I like this guy. He has like 3 or 4 channels. I think I follow all of them.
Yeah, remember Zen Garcia was the guy who, it says 5K subs from, but it still doesn't show 5K for me.
It says
Wow.
5K for
Refresh.
Yeah, it said
Then
big-
refresh.
It shows
Open-
5K on my other channel, so thank you very much, guys. You guys rock.
Oh, it says on your other channel.
Yeah, if I go into my other channel to check,
There
it
you
says
go.
5K.
Maybe you get the newsletter, Flats. Mad, isn't it?
It's refraction.
It's refraction.
It's refraction, yeah. It's making it higher than it is.
Right. Right. That's a good one.
Okay. How much longer do you guys want to go on with this show?
I was just going to say I'm going to get off in about 10 minutes.
Because I think
for
we've
2
been
hours
through
longer,
everything
no
we
problem.
really need to.
Nah, not really. I think we know what's going on.
I mean, wow. I think I stick to what I say. It seems like it's a control thing to make it look like it's desperate and TFE's actually getting under our skin. I think that's the whole thing, agenda behind this.
Come on, give some. Just eat.
I think it's like fear of losing grasp of being in control.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is like damage control, isn't it?
But like I said, it was difficult because some things I do agree with what they were saying, but I don't agree with the way they're presenting this stuff. There's a time also to say certain things are not, and they were literally kind of, preaching to the lost, you could say. Thank you, Royd, for the $5 super chat. He says, congratulations on 5K, you heretic. Thank you very much. You guys rock. Appreciate all the support. Without you, I would never got there. It took a while.
Fair play, man. Fair play.
Took a while, but Finally got there in the end. Thank you very much, guys. You guys are awesome.
So I'll catch up with you in about, you're 10 times as much as me. It feels like, I mean, I'm not bothered if I would ever get that far. I don't think my channel could ever get that, man, to be honest. But,
Those subs have gone up.
they've gone up, but I just think it will. I think once it gets to about $1,000, it's got to settle off there, I think.
The thing is, 1,000 takes the longest.
Yeah.
Then it goes a bit quicker from there on.
Yeah,
unless you're a glober, then it just goes like it wants to.
Of course. And it comes in waves as well. Like sometimes I go, like I say, it goes up 2, down 1, down 3, up 2, that kind of thing. But then, and it kind of stays at the same. Then the week later, I might get 10 subs. You know what I mean? And then it's hit or miss sometimes.
It's up and down
Miss
thing,
about you sometimes, but
okay.
yeah.
So I'm going to end the poll here, guys. The poll is ended on 284 votes. Should we consider the majority on the round table as shills? Yes, 51%. No, 28%. And maybe 20%.
Didn't really hear what Music Guru had to say. We heard Zen. I don't consider them as a shills. Rest. Dave and Vici, you know my opinion.
Yeah, but that's why I said consider majority.
Yes,
because it's difficult because you can't just claim everybody is a shill though, just because they were on there. Although we do joke about it, it is though concern. You know, it's concerning seeing some people on there, which do give red flags.
I'm so tired.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I've gone down another 5 subs again.
What?
Really?
Yeah, literally now. Like
maybe we shouldn't talk about it. That'll be the trolls.
And
they'll sub again tomorrow.
That's what I said. We'll see tomorrow. I have the 5K stream. So, what's your guys' closing statements and any shows coming up and whatever?
Yeah. What can you say? I mean, they all seem like a bit shilly there to me. I mean, I can't say. Even Sean, I mean, I used to like what Sean said, apart from the Trinity thing. Obviously, he wasn't into that. And with the Duffy thing, it confuses me. The Duffy lied to him, and he's trustworthy of it. He's not trustworthy. He's trusting it now. You know, I mean, I don't understand why. You know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And yeah. I just think they're all shills on that panel. That's what it seems like to me, anyway. I don't think they've anything good to say. I mean, some of what they said, yeah, absolutely true. But if they're there, all supporting each other, I can't see how they're not all in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm on in a couple of hours.
Quite strange that Sean didn't say much. Like he only said something at the beginning, didn't he?
I think it was because he was hosting. It was a full, so he was staying backstage so he could get the people in and out on the panel.
I wonder why it was Sean that hosted it. Like, why didn't they just do it on Dave's channel? Which it's like
because Dave did kind of take over the show there, so.
I'm just sitting back here watching this whole thing, man.
It's funny, isn't it?
It is, and it's very telling.
I think it's hilarious.
Stand back and watch the whole thing from an observer standpoint, and you can really see what's going on, man. People get too admired right down there looking into the details of it, and it's like, let's step back and look at the whole macro. Just look at the whole macro of it. That's all you got to do.
Okay, well, I guess that's going to be it. Really, really appreciate all of you. Appreciate all the memberships and all the super chats and all the likes and shares. You guys rock. Yeah. So I'll see you all tomorrow night. Many, many blessings. May the pressure be with you. Don't forget, there are a lot of shills out there. Just keep your wits out.
Ta-ta.
Crafted signs of the divine. I'm made for something true. In God's plan, my path through new by him. My journey